President has called the meeting to order. Over to the President.
ഓക്കെ. പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട കുടുംബാംഗങ്ങളെ, ഗുഡ് ഈവനിങ്, ഗുഡ് ആഫ്റ്റർനൂൺ. നമ്മുടെ മന്ത്ലി ടോക്ക് ഷോയുടെ സീസൺ 2 ശുഭാരംഭം കുറിക്കുകയാണെന്ന് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയാമല്ലോ. ഈ ഷോയുടെ പ്രത്യേകത എന്താണെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ, നമ്മുടെ തന്നെ അംഗങ്ങൾ, നമ്മുടെ തന്നെ ഗുരുനാഥന്മാർ ഒരുമിച്ച് അണിനിരക്കി ഒരുത്തുന്ന ഒരു ചർച്ചയുടെ സുന്ദരമായ കാഴ്ചയാണ് നമ്മൾ ഇനി കാണുവാൻ പോകുന്നത്. ഇതിൽ പങ്കെടുക്കുവാൻ ഇവിടെ എത്തിച്ചേർന്ന എല്ലാ കുടുംബാംഗങ്ങൾക്കും നമ്മുടെ ക്ലബിന്റെ ഫൗണ്ടർ ജേക്കബ് വർഗീസ്, ഫൗണ്ടർ മെമ്പർ ആൻഡ് അവർ ഗ്ലോബൽ അംബാസിഡർ ആന്റണി പ്രിൻസ്, നമ്മുടെ എല്ലാ മഹാഗുരു ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട ലബ്ബാസ, നമുക്ക് വേണ്ടി എപ്പോഴും സൂം പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോം ഒരുക്കുന്ന എന്റെ പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട ബാച്ച്മേറ്റ് ജോൺ വർഗീസ്, നിങ്ങൾക്കെല്ലാവർക്കും TKM60+ ടീം MC വേണ്ടി സുസ്വാഗതം. നമ്മൾ കഴിഞ്ഞ 2 മാസമായി വേദനയോടുകൂടി അനേകം ദുഃഖകഥകൾ കേട്ടു. നമ്മുടെ സ്വന്തം 3 കുടുംബാംഗങ്ങൾ, രാജഗോപാലൻ 76 സിവിൽ, എന്റെ ബാച്ച്മേറ്റായ ബിസ്മി യൂസഫ് 72 ബാച്ച് മെക്കാനിക്കൽ, നമ്മുടെ സെക്രട്ടറിയുടെ ബാച്ച്മേറ്റായ രാജഗോപാൽ അയ്യങ്കാർ 70C, ഇവരെല്ലാവരും നമ്മളെ വിട്ടുപിരിഞ്ഞു. അതുപോലെ വയനാട്ടിൽ നിന്ന് കേട്ട ഇന്നലത്തെ വാർത്ത നമ്മളെ എല്ലാവരെയും ഞെട്ടിച്ചു. നമ്മുടെ എല്ലാം കൊച്ചനിയനായ 2018 മെക്കാനിക്കൽ ബാച്ചിലെ ജിഷ്ണുരാജിന്റെ വിടവാങ്ങൽ, വയനാട് ദുരന്തത്തിൽ ജീവൻ നഷ്ടപ്പെട്ട 100 കണക്കിന് നിരപരാധികളായ നമ്മുടെ സഹോദരന്മാർ, സഹോദരികൾ, അമ്മമാർ, അച്ഛന്മാർ, കുട്ടികൾ, അവരുടെ എല്ലാം ആത്മാവിന് നിത്യശാന്തി അർപ്പിക്കുവാൻ 1 മിനിറ്റ് മൗന പ്രാർത്ഥനയോടെ നമ്മുടെ ഇന്നത്തെ യോഗം ആരംഭിക്കാം. Okay. Over to the secretary for welcome speech.
Club Millennium 60+ is progressing and growing like anything, as you know. We have taken, this new team have taken charge only in the second half of June, but has already achieved so many planned activities. The first one is publication of the Harmony Bulletin. And it is in the annual and will be released next month itself. Then it has already achieved membership campaign. Now it is almost 3 times within the last 2 years. And the monthly show, it is time for the monthly show. When we take activities, we consider them as how much urgent it is and how much important it is. Coming to Mullaperiyar, it is most urgent as well as important. So the organizers have taken the correct thing. Because as you know, it is a talk of the day. And here my duty is to welcome all the dignitaries present. May I extend hearty welcome to the President, Engineer Mullaperiyar, and his team, including Vice President Veena Devikumar. Then I have to mention especially the subject experts present here, that is Engineer Karthikeyan, Engineer Venugopalan Potti, Engineer P.O. Samson, Professor Ahmad Kutti, and Anthony Prince. One advantage with our 60+ is that they are the most experienced technocrats. So in matters of system tower, they are the most befitting personalities. May I extend A hearty welcome to the panelists, Engineer Karthikeyan, Engineer Venugopalan Patti, Engineer P.O. Samson, Professor Ahmad Gutti, and Anthony Priest. One word especially for Anthony Prince. സാധാരണ പറയുന്നൊരു കാര്യമുണ്ട്, ഞങ്ങളൊക്കെ പറയുന്നുണ്ട്, എത്രയോ ജന്മത്തിൽ ചെയ്തു തീർക്കാവുന്ന കാര്യങ്ങളാണ് ഒരു ജന്മം കൊണ്ട് അദ്ദേഹം തീർക്കുന്നത്. പ്രണാമം. ഫൗണ്ടർ മെമ്പറിനെയും റബ്ബ സാറിനെയും മറ്റ് എല്ലാവരെയും ഒന്നുകൂടി ആത്മാർത്ഥമായിട്ട് സ്വാഗതം ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ട് നിർത്തുന്നു. നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം.
താങ്ക് യു സെക്രട്ടറി. അടുത്തതായി ഇവന്റ് ഇൻട്രൊഡക്ഷൻ ആണ്. അതും എൻ്റെ ഒരു കടമയാണ്. മുല്ലപ്പെരിയാർ എനിഗ്മ. സത്യം പറഞ്ഞാൽ എനിക്ക് ഈ വിഷയത്തിൽ വായിച്ചിട്ടുള്ള അറിവ് മാത്രമേ. പക്ഷെ ഒരു കാര്യം തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും പറയാം, ഇന്നത്തെ മീറ്റിംഗിൽ we are touching a very relevant and most important subject today. തോമസ് കുട്ടി പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ it is very important and relevant for today's. 128 വർഷം പഴക്കമുള്ള ഒരു ഡാം നമ്മുടെ കേരളത്തിന്റെ തലയ്ക്ക് മുകളിൽ തൂങ്ങുന്ന ഒരു വാളാണ്. കാലാവസ്ഥ വ്യതിയാനം തുടരെ നടക്കുന്ന ഈ ലോകത്തില് ഈ ഡാമിന്റെ നിലനിൽപ്പും സേഫ്റ്റിയും തീർച്ചയായും ഒരു വലിയൊരു ചലഞ്ചാണ്. അതിനൊരു പരിഹാരം പെട്ടെന്ന് ഉണ്ടായേ പറ്റൂ, ഒരു സംശയമില്ല. ഈ വിഷയത്തെക്കുറിച്ച് അരിച്ച് പെറുക്കി അഗാധമായി പഠിച്ച നമ്മുടെ പ്രിയങ്കരനായ പരിതസ്ഥിതി യോദ്ധാവ് സുരേന്ദ്രൻ പിള്ള, അദ്ദേഹം തന്നെ നയിക്കുന്ന ഒരു വലിയൊരു പാനൽ ചർച്ച കേട്ടുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കാനാണ്, പഠിക്കാനാണ്, കൂടുതൽ അറിയുവാനാണ് എനിക്ക് ഏറ്റവും ഇഷ്ടം. ഓവർ ടു എഞ്ചിനീയർ സുരേന്ദ്രൻ പിള്ള, ടേക്കിംഗ് ദ central stage for next 2 hours. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let me initiate the proceedings with a preface statement. Professor Lebba sir, Professor Ahmad Gutti sir, friends assembled here. The recent developments in Wayanad reveals in front of us the human-imposed fragile ecosystem of Western Ghats at the cost of around 500 precious lives and the loss of a large patch of pristine and serene landscape named Churalmala, Mundakay, and Punjirimuttam at an elevation of 2,800 feet from ground. So this prompts our team to dig up another could-be disaster waiting in the wings 400 kilometers away at Tekadi at an elevation of 3,000 feet. I am pinpointing the Mullaperiyar Dam only. The meet is styled as a panel discussion moderated by me. In the backdrop of the above, we shall deliberate on an issue which has thrown the psyche of 36 million fellow humans into overdrive due to an extraordinary media hype taking center stage these days. And we begin to explore what is titled as the Mullaperiyar enigma or mystery. Now, our mission is a fact finder sort of today to attempt to mitigate the same purely based on scientific, technical, and logical reasoning. And the simplest mission enabler is a panel discussion, bringing on board our own engineering minds who are familiar or exposed to the intricacies of the puzzle or the riddle surrounding the Mullaperiyar Dam. As published, we have with us 5 members from our group: Professor Ahmad Gutti sir, Engineer Anthony Prince, Engineer Samson, Engineer Karthikeyan, and Engineer Venugopalan Patti. I shall be the moderator. And the panelists will be introduced to the audience, and thereafter each panelist will be allotted 8 minutes each to come out with what is their take on the dam issue. And before initiating the members' interaction, our special invitee and guest of honor, Professor P.O. Lebba sir, who is beyond an introductory bracket as such, will be sharing with us his views on the Mullaperiyar situation. Thereafter, the moderator shall be delivering his exit remarks, expressing his impressions on the issue. The following 45 minutes shall be allotted to the members participating to ask questions, clarification on various issues of the topic. And the next 10 minutes will be a review session by all assembled in the light of the topic discussions just concluded. The whole proceedings will be recorded and handed over to the MC. Later, the outcome of the deliberations will be thoroughly scrutinized by the management committee. Thoroughly scrutinized by the management committee, assisted by the moderator, and a final technology-assisted resolution will be formulated for onward submission to the National Dam Safety Authority with the CC to the Chief Secretary of State for the consideration needful action. By this preface, let me continue with my assignment by introducing the panelists. And to begin with, our guru when it comes to structural engineering, Professor Ahmad Kutti. Professor Ahmad Kutti, sir, our group member who is an MTech in structural engineering. He was a faculty member for 32 years in TKMC, also was principal for more than a year. After retirement, he worked in many self-financing colleges for 24 years, was involved as a structural consultant for about 50 years, worked as MTech project guide, was principal of engineering colleges in Kozhikode and Kuttipuram for 6 years. Welcome, sir. Now I am coming to a profile picture of engineer Anthony Prince. Engineer Anthony Prince doesn't need any introduction in the forum because he is the forum itself. Still, for the information of recent entrants in our groups, I have to do so. For the last 55 years, he is involved in all aspects related to ship operation and on board and from offshore, shipbuilding, ship design and ship management in Japan, China, Korea, Singapore, Europe and India. Presently operating a globally acclaimed ship design company from Kochi and active in Indian shipbuilding for the past 21 years, which includes the revival of Cochin shipyard. When in India, he lives in a home on the banks of Periyar River, which was flooded in the 2018 deluge, and therefore has a first-hand knowledge of the consequences of the floods. And hence, his inputs today will be worth listening. Welcome, Engineer Anthony Prince. Now I will proceed on to Samson, Engineer Samson. He is 1970 civil batch from TKMC, entered into the government service during 1972, joined the irrigation department, major irrigation. The field of work was anti-sea erosion, flood control, major canal construction, etc. When the department was bifurcated to irrigation department PWD after for PWD, he got a chance to work on all wings of the department, namely buildings, roads, bridges, national highways, etc. The dam is his due to his academic interest. The work was done by engineers from Tamil Nadu PWD. All the relevant drawings were available at the site. And even though he has not worked directly in the dam, he has taken special interest in watching it or going through the proceedings or the developments around that area. According to his inference, the following severe defects were clearly notable. There was heavy leakage of water at bottom. The grouting work was a futile attempt and a sheer waste. But the concrete lining with the increased base at the bottom and reduced at the top helped to make the whole dam as an unsymmetrical pyramid is effective to a certain extent. Anchoring cable from top also is suspicious since strata underneath is not uniform hard rock. As such, he claims we cannot guarantee with an overage structure and has to be recommended for decommissioning. After a lengthy period of 34 years, he retired as deputy chief from the service. Welcome, Engineer Samson. Now, career profile of Engineer Karthikeyan. A 1971 graduate in civil engineering, postgraduate diploma in dock and harbor engineering from IIT Bombay, MSc in hydraulics engineering with a specialization in ports and harbor from International Institute for Hydraulics and Environmental Engineering. In the Netherlands, he worked in Cochin in engineering in Netherlands. He worked in Cochin Port Trust for over 38 years and retired in 2010 after holding the post of chief engineer for 7 years. After retirement, he was holding the position of domain expert for major ports in India. Since 2016, he is engaged as technical advisor to the Vizhinjam Seaport Limited for implementation of Vizhinjam Port project. Design and construction of massive sea defense structures like breakwaters and waterfront structures like wharves, etc., which involves engineering hydraulics are his specific areas of expertise. So we can use that expertise here to analyze what is hiding behind the Mullaperiyar enigma. Welcome, Engineer Karthikeyan. Now I'm coming to the last panelist, Engineer Venugopalan Poti, who is a civil engineer, retired from Kerala PWD after 27 years of service. Presently, he is a licensed civil engineer contractor and as well as a chartered engineer and valuer. He took 5 years leave without allowance to work within India from 85 to 92. During this period, he was associated with the Gobi Krishna Sagar Dam in Guna, a masonry dam in Bhopal, Upper Sindh Hydro project in J&K, railways canal work with a heavy cutting and mass filling under National Hydroelectric Power Corporation in UP and Nepal, associated with the third lift of strengthening work of the existing masonry dam in Mullaperiyar, which will qualify him extra to talk about it very officially. He was associated with the dam retrofit with the concrete backing, including top capping during the 1998-1990. Part of execution of Konkan Railways project in Ratnagiri. After retirement in 2009, was inducted as technical director in Global Tech International LLC, as well as technological director of Topil Contracting and Construction LLC in Qatar till 2019. Completed 8 major building works under Petroleum Department of Oman, along with the various major roads and bridge work associated with the stadium works in Doha for 2022 International Football Match. Welcome, Engineer Poti. Now over to the panelists. Now I would like to call Professor UC Ahmad Kutti to initiate the proceedings of the panelists. Welcome, sir.
About Mullaperiyar Dam, and I am only an academician. I don't have any experience in the construction of dam or design of dam. But still, as an academician, I would like to say something about the safety of the Mullaperiyar Dam. As you know, all retaining structures are designed such that it is safe in 3 aspects. One is the overturning of the structure, second is sliding of the structure, and third is the bearing capacity of the soil where the dam is built. As far as I know, the retaining structures, whether it is a water retaining structure or soil retaining structure, empirically we used to give the base width as 0.4 to 0.6 times the height of the structure. As you know, in the case of Mullaperiyar Dam, the height is about 142 or 152 feet, and the base width is almost equal to the height itself. And therefore, the soil pressure or water pressure that is acting on the dam and weight of the dam, it will have a resultant which will be acting at the middle third of the dam. Therefore, overturning is not likely to take place. So, theoretically, we can say that dam is safe. It is not overturning. It is not likely to overturn, theoretically. Secondly, the sliding. The sliding is also safe because very heavy weight is coming from the structure, and the frictional force acting in the opposite direction will prevent the sliding. That is another important thing. And thirdly, we know, as far as I know, the soil in the Mullaperiyar dam site is good and the bearing capacity is good. Therefore, there is no question of any settlement. But the problem is that because it is a masonry structure constructed about in 1895 or so, the problem is at that time, the cement was not available. It was not in use, but the surki lime mixture was used for as the bonding agent between the rubble that is used for the construction of the dam. Now, the life of the surki and lime mixture may not be more than 50 years. All structures, we usually say the high life of the structure is from 50 to 75 years only. So this surki concrete has no life beyond 50 years. So what happened is when the water is there on the dam, it percolates into the dam body and the surki is washed away. Therefore, there are voids created and the water is coming through that and the leakage is going on. The main problem is the leakage, and because the weakness of the surki that is used for as the bonding agent. Now, the failure. Everybody is discussing about the failure of the dam, and it is the water that is stored is sometimes it is even more than 145, nearly 150 feet from the base, and therefore the dam is may not be able to take this much of pressure, soil pressure, water pressure. So there is a possibility of failure, but may not be due to overturning or due to sliding, but the rubble that is used may collapse one by one and the water may come out through that. That may be the reason for, or that may be the failure pattern, what I feel. And our concern is about the safety of people in Kerala and also the water requirement of people in Tamil Nadu. Both of us are worried about that. If the dam fails, there will be a lot of problem in our 4 or 5 districts in Kerala. A lot of life will be lost. Whereas at the same time, the people in Tamil Nadu may not be able to get the water for their drinking purpose and also for their cultivation. So that is our concern. The politicians and also engineers are worried about this. But some politicians are not very much in favor of constructing a new dam. And similarly, the engineers from Tamil Nadu also is not taking much interest in this direction. So what I feel is, for the safety of the dam, I want to put 3 suggestions. So I don't know whether it is practicable or not. One is constructing a new dam itself, but it will take a lot of time, about 10 to 15 years, and that will be a lot of time lag will be there, and it may not be feasible. That's what people say. Secondly, we can have, as our Metro Sridharan sir has told, a separate tunnel at a lower depth, at about 75 feet from the bed level, so that the water in that area, that zone, can be taken to the Tamil Nadu and the safety of the dam can be maintained. Now the problem is when the water is going to Tamil Nadu, what will happen to this water? For that, Tamil Nadu government will have to take special care, see that they have to construct some construction reservoirs where during rainy season, this water coming through the new tunnel will be stored and that will be used during the dry season. So for that, Tamil Nadu government will have to agree and they have to take special care for that. And when we construct such a tunnel, the water in the water level in the dam will be lowered, and therefore the pressure coming on the dam will be lower. So the may not take place. That is another suggestion. Third suggestion is, I think if the construction of the dam and also the tunnel is time consuming and difficult, then why don't we think about pumping the water using very heavy pumps, pumping the water from the reservoir to the existing tunnel and supply it to the Tamil Nadu. I don't know what would be the capacity of such pumps. We have to call tenders, global tenders, and find out whether high capacity or high discharge pumps are available so that the thing can be made simple. Now, one more suggestion I want to put here is that global experts from the Western countries or similar countries can be invited and ask them to come and study the situation of the dam, and then we can proceed. And so that report can be given to the Supreme Court and also the central government and also Tamil Nadu and Kerala government, and take special care to see that the dam is either reconstructed or, as I said, a separate tunnel is provided at a lower depth so that the water can be taken to the Tamil Nadu. And these are the suggestions which I wanted to put here. I don't know whether it is feasible or not. And the panelists, most of the panelists are very experienced in construction of the dam, so they may be able to tell about their opinion about my suggestions. I don't want to prolong. Thank you very much for giving a chance to meet you all and to express my suggestions in this occasion. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ahmed Kutti sir, for your valuable inputs. And we will definitely deliberate on these things towards the end of the session. Now, I would like to invite Engineer Sampson to have his take on the issue.
Thank you, Mr. Pillai. Can you hear me?
Of course.
Hello.
I will meet.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay. I also fully agree with our Ahmed Kutti sir versions, because theoretically he has given us a wide explanation to everything. But in my opinion, instead of widely representing the fact of the present dam, we have to ensure that it is in a vulnerable condition or it will prolong some more time, so that we can assure the public that there is no question of panic. In my view, when I visited the dam site 2 or 3 times, the top capping was going on because the work was undertaken by one of my cousins, the Chakopula and Pailipula company. What they did was, they provided a concrete cap at the top. It is about 1 meter depth, 6 meter wide, and 300 meter dam length is around 300 meter or so. At intervals about 10 feet intervals, they have they brought pre-stressed cables about 100 meter diameter from abroad. The pre-stressing work was done by a famous company known as Cement India, and the other work was done by Chakopula and company. Dust concrete was done, and it was. But the problem there is the bottom bed. We have no idea. The top is plugged enough as we do in the case of bridges. But the other aspect, we don't know whether the strata is strong enough to did such a pre-stressing. There may be some soft rock or something. Then the thing will be there is a chance for failure. When I visited the first time, when the lining concrete was going on, there was severe leakage from the dam. But of course, as our Mullaperiyar sir said, the base width is sufficiently enough to prevent overtoppling of the dam. There are, as he said, there are three reasons for failure of a dam. One is overturning. The other one is, as we said, the shear force, slipping. And the third one is by weak strata, that is foundation failure. In this case, foundation failure will never come because underneath is hard rock, most cases, most places. But I don't know how far the pre-stressing work is successful, but there is a dead weight above. Additional dead weight is given, and I have a doubt whether this already the structure is weak. Rubble masonry is weak. We all know because slurry has been especially Surkey mortar has more 60 to 40, 70% has been washed off, and whether it stands as a monolithic structure, even if we have provided concretes at the other face. That is one of the reasons. But even then, as our Mr. Engineer Sridharan said, if the height of water is effective depth is reduced to 100 feet, of course, there won't be any problem of panic. That is why he has suggested to reduce the effective depth of the dam on the front side. That is the main thing in my inference about the existing dam. It won't fail on immediately, but there is a chance of failure in due course because we all know it is lining work is done over a weak structure. That is, it can be equated to a rubble masonry structure. So there is chance of it is a damaged, overaged structure. It has been constructed in 1895 or so, and more than 100 years has elapsed. And even the strengthening work, 45 years has been elapsed. So, of course, it has to be decommissioned. There is no doubt at all. Structure has become quite weak. So we can specially and specifically recommend that it has to be decommissioned at any cost. Now, construction of a new dam. New dam, we have to construct at the downstream side. The main problem is we cannot, when the there is a vast difference of level, and the people, it is people of Tamil Nadu, and also we are also afraid that we can keep sufficient storage height. Unless there is sufficient height, the purpose will not be served because it is not for irrigation power purpose of our place, but this is for Tamil Nadu. Just years back, they have entered into an agreement with people, and they are using it. And of course, when a new dam comes, it is under in our place, and the right will go away. That is the main fear here. Not the problem of constructing a new dam, but the right of the new dam will be hurted, and the Tamil Nadu is afraid of it because we know once the construction starts, it will take 10 to 15 years, and in due course, we can give them due assurance that we will construct at the intended level. And if it is reduced to a minimal level, then the purpose will not be served, and the Tamil Nadu people will be in. They cannot give enough water, and that is the problem they are facing, and also that is why they are against constructing a new dam. But our state is very interested in constructing a new dam because we will get the right in every respect. But as far as in my experience, we cannot guarantee that we can construct a dam at the height specified because of so many reasons are there. In addition to the ecological importance of submerging a vast forest land. That is the main reason they are against the dam. Then constructing a tunnel, that was a suggestion noted by our respected engineer Sridharan. A tunnel can be constructed, but both the tunnel and constructed new dam won't work because if a tunnel is work, then this new dam will be a waste. So we can recommend this construction. If we are recommending for the construction of dam, Tamil Nadu can construct check dams or reservoirs at their side. That they are also doing it, in my knowledge. There are several projects are there. They know this. It will be needed in due course. They are aware of such a facts. Anyhow, we can specifically recommend that this is a time bar dam and is weak, and it has to be decommissioned at any level. As we learned engineers, we can specifically recommend that. In the construction of a new dam or constructing a tunneling, and there are advanced technology for tunneling also. It is very easy. And I don't know how far as our Ahmadugutti sir said that pumping of so much huge quantity of water will be effective, or is it possible? I have no idea about that. But these two things get done. Once the tunnel work is done, the construction of a new dam does not arise, because if tunnel is there, then there won't be any water for storage in the new dam. And of course, if it is retained to a depth of about 100 feet. Now it is the full capacity of the dam is around 150 feet. The lateral thrust will be reduced to say nearly 1/3, because in linear measure this will be the pressure of water will be in multiples. We all know gamma square that will be around if it is 150 squared, if the proportion is 150 squared into 100 squared. There, of course, this was been said by Sridharan also. Only 30% of the total water thrust in the reduced height of water pressure. That is true. And there won't be, once it is, even we can give additional strengthening by constructing abutments like counterfeit retaining walls. If that is also done, there is no question of fear. But this is a policy matter, and I don't know whether this government will accept it. Government wants, in 2011, the politicians are saying, and in Kerala, we have made Banshachangali also as a protest that dam will collapse. But now these politicians are saying it is safe. So their intention is to construct a new dam at the lower side, even forgetting all reasons. But Tamil Nadu will never agree, because and as it is an interstate issues, both the Supreme Court and the government of India has to take a decision considering both the states' demands and interests. So my suggestion is to construct a tunnel and immediately take steps to decommission the existing expired dam and construct a tunnel at the appropriate site to serve the purpose of taking water from existing dam. That's my opinion.
Thank you, Engineer Samson. Thank you for your valuable inputs. Now let us hear what Engineer Karthikeyan has to say. Engineer Karthikeyan.
I have heard about the technical aspect of this issue. Now, before I am going to the technical issue, I would like to say a few words about the institutional matter of the rules pertaining to the dams. In India, the dams are generally managed or regulated by central government. And the government of India is very much aware of risk involved in the dam failure, or how we have to maintain the dam properly. For that purpose, they have brought in this Dam Safety Act in 2021. Moreover, they have also started facilities for improving the pace and the maintenance of the dams, and have brought in dam rehabilitation and improvement project. And projects started in 2012 to repair and improve the dams and the older dams. Further, 2,561 crores during the last decade. And during this decade, they have also again started the phase 1, phase 3 or improve the dam rehabilitation improvement. And they have allotted an amount of 1,211 crores for the modification or the renewal of the dams of about 700. So that way, the government of India is very much conscious about the risk involved in the dam, and they are doing that. The thing is, Dam Safety Act, they have brought in institutional work under which there is National Committee on Dam Safety, and there is National Dam Authority, and at the state level, there is State and the State Dam Safety Organization. And they are following up and maintaining about the requirement of the dams. And the government organization, when we are doing the work, it should be regulated through the rules. Somebody is coming and saying that the dam is unsafe. How can it be? There is an established procedure in the country. It's a national, it's a statutory thing. It is formed and the authority has been authorized. In the case of a dam, which is having the ownership by one state, and the they have to be instead of on dam safety or the state dam safety organization. So it is directly under central government to avoid so that is the way the what I institutional framework is there, and there is an independent agent because have faith on our national system. That is the first thing. The national government is not the government, and we have to believe in that. And to such a situation like Mullaperiyar Dam, the Act itself has given a provision to be taken over by the central government. That is, National Dam Safety Authority is looking after, not the state authority, and it cannot be influenced. Second thing, I have to say that the government, see, then the second thing, if you about technical thing, if I am asked that to say whether the dam or not, I cannot say it is. I cannot say that it is safe or not because I am not an expert. We have to go and do a detailed analysis. I have to tell you that the government of Kerala miserably failed to prove that the dam is unsafe. Before the committee and for the Supreme Court, the government of India was not in a position to prove with the data that the dam is in an unsafe condition. They proposed it may be IIT, but they may not have the experience. But that report was rejected by this water commission. Experienced people. So we have to understand that they have got monastery, this Central Water and Power Commission. It was just about 120 years ago. So for the dams and other areas, they have got a very established capacity or technical know-how to do that. So before that, we should have our engineers in Kerala, PW, or the concerned people should have taken up to their consultant and taken up the matter with the advocates or the Supreme Court or the expert. They should have argued and given. That was failed, miserably failed. So we cannot blame anybody. They put up, and maybe the reason, and the judges may not be biased. It was an expert committee of 3 judges and 2 expert retired members of the Central Water Commission. So they studied this and they put this up. And again, I have to bring you another thing. The dam was the construction of the dam in 1895. The dam was not properly maintained. There was a lot of press report in 1975, 77 period about the apprehending about the safety of the dam. Central Water Commission took up the matter suo moto, and they inspected the dam in detail and recommended for the refurbishment of the dam. And the refurbishment denied. And during their report, they also asked it to reduce the water 1 feet to 142 feet. at the Kerala government, it is at the instance of Central Commission itself. But there was not cooperating with the modification of the dam. That is the knowledge I am getting. Because they want to do some other thing, they were saying something. And ultimately the matter went to the Supreme Court. They brought an instruction to bring down the water height to town. One case is Tamil Nadu wanted to go to full. So the matter went to Supreme Court. Then Supreme Court appointed all these committees, and they finally decided that the dam is safe for 142 feet after the completion of the retrofitting work. Now the retrofitting work, nobody is saying the correct work they have done. Actually, through the central government or Central Water Commission, the Kerala government should have got all the details, because we have got the right to get that. That detail how they got, I don't know. And we are telling the dam is 130. I won't accept, because the refurbishment work is done. I take the attention of Mr. respected Prince that when we are doing the retrofitting work, the life will be changing, modified, or it is retrofitted. I have seen the dredges which are working, which have built in 1956. Or Hollandia dredger, I was astonished and seeing that dredger which was fitted after being, it's a bigger dredger. That the Hollandia, you know, she was working in 9 also. In 56. Normally the life of she is 20 years. So now the retrofitting work has been done. What is the basis of the design of the retrofitting? Nobody knows. And we are saying it's a masonry dam. Whether they have considered this as a masonry dam, or a pure rubble as a retained structure with the shell and the fill method. Because in the harbor structure, we are doing this retained structures with the sheetal shells and filling with sand. And is an unbound, it is a shear friction we are taking. How they have analyzed the stability of the dam. So without this, no, the dam is not safe. First, we have to, when we want to say it is unsafe, we should have a detailed analysis on the safety of the dam. Not only we will be able to say on 130 years old, because the dam height has been reduced, retrofitting has come. So the overall analysis, then we have to do that. So that is my view is that we will not be, we are not coming and say that we have to take, because we have to have due respect to the pioneer organization in India. Now coming to the my solution, we were all telling that there was a recommendation from Dr. Sridharan about the lowering of the water level. It is not from the Sridhar, from the expert committee appointed by the Supreme Court. But that he reiterated, he told this is the best. Actually, that is the best proposal in my observation. Will be reducing the water from now the intake level is 106.5 to the intake at 50 feet. Then there is a 50 feet reduction in the intake, so they can make use of that water.
Thank you, Engineer Karthikeyan. Thank you, Engineer Karthikeyan. Now, shall we switch
Sir,
over
one question. Could you hear what Mr. Karthikeyan told the last 3 concluding statements? See, basically, he was against. No, I'm just not telling it. He was not for decommissioning the dam. He was pretty confident about the safety of the dam, which I understand. Then what he told about the Mr. Sridharan's suggestion something he told which was not clear. The concluding 3 points were not clear. What Mr. To me, I don't know whether it is clear to you, then it is fine. If it is clear to you, fine.
But Engineer Karthikeyan was actually abetting the opinion of Engineer Sridharan. So that is the way it is. So shall we conclude, Engineer Karthikeyan? I think he is offline.
Yeah, he's offline.
Okay, now
Can you hear? Can you give me 3 more minutes?
please continue.
Yeah. So what I want to tell you that this proposal of lowering the level is just one. Number one, the reason is that when we are lowering the level, the reservoir capacity will be reduced. With the and the height of the reservoir will also be reduced. With that, the pressure of the dam will be reduced. So, and even if some accident occurs, then the quantity of water coming out and velocity of the water coming out will also be less. So the destruction causing will be reduced much. So it has to be inspected by the appropriate authorities, and the required maintenance should be done, or retrofitting should be done to meet this requirement. Third, the thing is that we have to make use of maximum available material in the dam, and not is made as a loose rock because it is a shell and fill method. It is a modern methods are still huge material is even if the cost will be less and the damage will be less. Third thing, the fourth thing I have to tell is that we have can find out what is the maximum flood level when they are index and find out the flood level in the downstream area. Accordingly, we have to go for rehab the people likely be affected in the future. And this is a practice done in the coastal engineering and in the floodplains of the river. Yeah, we were in a position to do that because the economy is tight and we were not in a position to give quality life to the people. Now our economy is better. So we can take out these people and put them in a safe place. That is the other thing we have to do. So these are my recommendations. Thank you.
Thank you, Engineer Karthikeyan. We heard you, and the doubts you aired about the retrofitting. We have the right candidate coming up next, Engineer Venugopalan Poti, who was physically available during the retrofit times of Mullaperiyar. Engineer Venugopalan Poti.
അപ്പോ അഹമ്മദ് സാറ് ടെക്നിക്കലായിട്ടുള്ള എല്ലാ പോയിന്റ്സും പറഞ്ഞു. സാംസൺ സാർ അവിടെ നടന്ന സ്ട്രെങ്തനിങ്ങിന്റെ സ്റ്റെപ്പിനെ പറ്റി പറഞ്ഞു. കാർത്തികൻ സാറ് റൂൾസ് ആൻഡ് റെഗുലേഷൻസിനെ പറ്റി പറഞ്ഞു. ഞാന് പറയുന്നത് നമ്മുടെ കേരളീയരുടെ സുരക്ഷയും തമിഴ്നാട്ടുകാർക്ക് ആവശ്യത്തിനുള്ള വെള്ളവും ഇത് രണ്ട് കാര്യവും നടക്കണം എന്നുള്ളതാണ് ഈ ഡാമിന്റെ ഉദ്ദേശവും. നമുക്ക് നമ്മുടെ സുരക്ഷയും ആണ് നമ്മുടെ ലക്ഷ്യവും. ഈ അവസാനം പറയുന്ന പോയിന്റ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഡീകമ്മീഷനിങ് ബൈ കൺസ്ട്രക്ടിങ് എ ന്യൂ ഡാം അവിടെ നടക്കാൻ പാടാണ്. കാര്യം ഈ എക്സിസ്റ്റിംഗ് ഡാമിനെ പൊളിച്ചിട്ട് ചെയ്ത് നടക്കത്തില്ല, വീട് പണിയുന്നവരെ പറ്റത്തില്ല. അതായത് ഈ ഡാമിനെ കൂടെ ഉൾക്കൊണ്ടുകൊണ്ട് അതിന്റെ ഡൗൺ സ്ട്രീമിൽ എവിടെയെങ്കിലും ലെവൽ ഫിക്സ് ചെയ്ത് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. അത് വാസ്തവി പ്രാക്ടിക്കലി വളരെ ബുദ്ധിമുട്ട് തന്നെയാണ്. അപ്പൊ ഡീകമ്മീഷനിങ് ബൈ ന്യൂ ടണൽ ടു ലോവർ ദി വാട്ടർ ലെവൽ, സാറ് പറഞ്ഞതിൽ അമ്മൂടി സാറിന്റെ 3 സജഷൻസിൽ ഒരു പ്രധാന സജഷൻ അതായിരുന്നു. അങ്ങനെ ആയിരിക്കും നല്ലതെന്നാണ് എൻ്റെ അവിടുത്തെ സ്റ്റഡീസിനെ പറ്റി നോക്കിയിട്ട് പറയാൻ പറ്റുന്ന കാര്യം. ഞാൻ അവസാനത്തെ ആദ്യത്തെ പോയിന്റ് പറഞ്ഞാണ്. ബാക്കി നമുക്ക് ഈ ഭയപ്പെടേണ്ട കാര്യമില്ല എന്ന് പറയുന്നതിനാണ് ഞാൻ തമിഴ്നാട് സർക്കാർ ഈ ഡാമിന് ഈ 1200 അടി നീളവും 176 അടി പൊക്കമുള്ള മേസൺറി ഡാം, ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ആക്ച്വലി ഡിസൈൻഡ് ആസ് എ ഗ്രാവിറ്റി ഡാം. അപ്പൊ അതിന് വീക്ക്നെസ്സോ ലീക്കേജോ വരുമ്പോഴൊക്കെ അവര് അപ്പോഴൊക്കെ അതിന്റെ നടപടി എടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. അതിൽ ആദ്യത്തെ നടപടിയാണ് സാംസൺ സാർ പറഞ്ഞ ക്യാപ്പിംഗ്. അങ്ങനെ എൻ്റെ ടോപ്പിലെങ്കിൽ ക്യാപ്പിംഗ് നടത്തിയപ്പോൾ 4800ഓളം ടൺ കോൺക്രീറ്റ് ആണ് അതിൽ 4800 ടൺ വെയിറ്റ് കൂട്ടി അത് വീണ്ടും ബാലൻസ് ചെയ്യിപ്പിച്ചു. രണ്ടാമത് അവര് ആങ്കറിങ് നടത്തി. മൂന്നാമതാണ് ഈ ബാക്കിംഗ് ആണ്. ബാക്കിങ്ങിനെ പറ്റിയാണ് ഞാൻ പറയുന്നത്. ബാക്കിംഗ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഈ മേസൺറി സുർക്കി ഉപയോഗിച്ച് ചെയ്ത മേസൺറിക്കകത്ത് വീക്ക്നെസ് ഹോൾസ് ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ടായിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അപ്പൊ അവിടെ അത് 50-55 കൊല്ലം ലൈഫ് പറഞ്ഞിരുന്നതാണ് അന്ന് നിർമ്മിച്ച സാഹിത്യം. അപ്പൊ അത് 100 കൊല്ലം കഴിഞ്ഞ് നമ്മൾ അതിന്റെ ബാക്കിംഗ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഏകദേശം 45 അടി വീതി ബോട്ടത്തിൽ ഫൗണ്ടേഷനിൽ എടുത്തിട്ട് ഡാമുമായിട്ട് പഴയ ഡാമുമായിട്ട് ചേരുന്ന ഫേസിൽ വളരെ റിച്ച് മിക്സ് 1.5 മീറ്റർ വീതിക്ക് റിച്ച് മിക്സ് ഷിയർ കീ ഉപയോഗിച്ച് രണ്ടും കൂടെ കണക്ട് ചെയ്താണ്. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് അതിന്റെ ബാക്കിലുള്ള കോൺക്രീറ്റ് അന്നത്തെ ഡിസൈൻഡ് മിക്സ് തന്നെയാണ്. ബാക്കിലുള്ള കോൺക്രീറ്റ് നമ്മൾ 136 എന്ന് പറയുന്ന പോലുള്ള മിക്സ് വെച്ച് ആണ് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ പറയുന്നത് എക്സിസ്റ്റിംഗ് ഡാം, മേസൺറി ഡാം ഏതെങ്കിലും രീതിയിൽ വീക്ക്നെസ് ഉണ്ടായിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അതിനോട് ചേർന്ന് ഷിയർ കീ ഉപയോഗിച്ചും അതിന്റെ ഫേസിൽ റിച്ച് മിക്സ് കൊണ്ടുള്ള കോൺക്രീറ്റ് ഇട്ടിട്ടും പിന്നെ ബാക്കിയുള്ള റിയർ സൈഡിൽ മറ്റൊരു മിക്സ് കോൺക്രീറ്റ് ഇട്ട് വളരെ ശാസ്ത്രീയമായി തന്നെ ഘടിപ്പിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. അതിന്റെ പേര് തന്നെ ബാക്കിംഗ് ഓഫ് ദി ഡാം എന്നായിരുന്നു. അപ്പൊ അങ്ങനെ മൂന്നാമത്തെ സ്റ്റെപ്പ് അത് ചെയ്തത് 85-ലാണ്, അല്ല 90-ലാണ്. 90 ഇപ്പൊ 34 വർഷമായിട്ട് ശക്തിയായിട്ട് നിൽക്കും. ഈ പറയുന്ന പോലെ വാട്ടർ ലെവലില് ലോ ചെയ്ത് നിർത്താൻ വേണ്ടി ഈ മറ്റുള്ള ശാസ്ത്രജ്ഞന്മാരും പിന്നെ വക്താക്കളും പറയുന്നത് പോലെ ഒരു ടണൽ നിർമ്മിച്ച് ശരിയാക്കിയ നമ്മള് ഈ ഭയക്കുന്ന കാര്യം മൊത്തത്തിൽ തന്നെ ടോട്ടൽ സൊല്യൂഷൻ ആവും എന്നാണ് എൻ്റെ അഭിപ്രായം. എന്നുവെച്ചാൽ നമ്മൾ ഈ തമിഴ്നാട് സർക്കാർ ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ള സ്ട്രെങ്തനിങ് വർക്കുകൾ 3 സ്റ്റെപ്പും അത് വളരെ പ്രയോജനപ്പെട്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഈ പറയുന്ന പോലെ ചാന്ത് സുർക്കി കുറച്ചൊക്കെ പോയിട്ടുണ്ട്, നമ്മൾ രണ്ടാമത്തെ ഹൈറ്റിൽ ഒരു ഇൻസ്പെക്ഷൻ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഇപ്പൊ നോക്കുന്നതിനും കളയുന്നതിനുള്ള സംവിധാനമുണ്ട്. ഉണ്ടാവുന്നത് എർത്ത് ഉണ്ടായാലാണ്. അതിപ്പം എവിടെയായാലും എർത്ത് ഉണ്ടായ പ്രശ്നം തന്നെയാണ്. 5 കൂടുതൽ പ്രശ്നമാണ്. അവിടെ ഇൻസ്പെക്ഷൻ ബംഗ്ലാവ് നിൽക്കുന്ന ഒരു സ്ഥലമുണ്ട്. അവിടെ ആ ഭാഗത്ത് സ്വല്പം വീക്കായ റോക്കാണ്. ബാക്കിയൊക്കെ ഒരുവിധം ഫേം സ്ട്രാറ്റയാണ്. അതുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മള് മൊത്തത്തിൽ ഭയപ്പെടുന്നത് പോലെ ഒരു പ്രശ്നം ഈ മുല്ലപ്പെരിയാർ ഡാം ഇല്ല. കാര്യം നമ്മുടെ 3-4 ജില്ലകൾക്ക് പ്രശ്നം ഉണ്ടാവും, ശരിയാണ്. പക്ഷെ 100 വർഷമായിട്ട് തമിഴ്നാടിന്റെ 6 ജില്ലകളിൽ കൃഷിയും ഇപ്പോൾ വൈദ്യുതിയും ഈ വെള്ളം കൊണ്ടാണ് നോക്കുന്നത്. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഇതിന് എന്തെങ്കിലും പ്രശ്നം ഉണ്ടായത് അവർക്കും നമ്മളെക്കാൾ കൂടുതൽ ഉണ്ടെന്ന് അറിയാം. അതുകൊണ്ട് അവർ അതിനുള്ള മെഷീൻസ് വിശ്ലേഷണയൊക്കെ പരിചയപ്പെട്ടപ്പോഴും കണ്ടപ്പോഴും അവരുടെ ആറ്റിറ്റ്യൂഡിൽ മനസ്സിലായ സംഗതി. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഇതിനെ സാർ പറഞ്ഞതുപോലെ ശ്രീധരൻ സാർ നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ളതും നമ്മുടെ സുപ്രീം കോടതി പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ളതുമായ ഒരു സൊല്യൂഷൻ ഒരു ടണൽ താഴ്ന്ന ലെവലിൽ ഉണ്ടാക്കിയിട്ട് വാട്ടർ ലെവലിലൂടെ കാത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ മൊത്തത്തിൽ അവിടെ പുതിയൊരു ഡാം ഉണ്ടാക്കൽ പ്രാക്ടിക്കലി സമയമെടുക്കുന്നത് മാത്രമല്ല അവിടുത്തെ ടെറൈൻ വെച്ച് ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടാണ്. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ ഇന്നത്തെ ചർച്ചയിൽ വെച്ച് നമ്മുടെ 3-4 ജില്ലയിലെ ആൾക്കാർക്ക് ഉണ്ടായിട്ടുള്ള ടെൻഷനും ഭയവും ഒഴിവാക്കാവുന്നതാണെന്നാണ് എൻ്റെ വിപുലമായ അഭിപ്രായം. ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞൊന്നും എൻ്റെ വാക്ക് വെച്ചു. ഓക്കെ സാർ.
ഒരു അംശം ചോദിക്കാവോ അതോ അല്പം കഴിഞ്ഞ
ചോദിക്കാം.
We will give you time. We will give you time. We will talk later, please. And now I am handing over to Engineer Anthony Prince, who is a techno-commercial management personality. So let us hear him now.
I mute. Unmute, sir, unmute.
Okay, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for the panelists before me for educating us on the technical aspects of the dam. I'm neither a civil engineer or a dam expert. As Mr. Surendran Pillai mentioned, that my expertise is in troubleshooting and in management. I think listening to all the panelists, I see that there are some points that everyone agrees, and there are points there are difference of opinion. So I think the first and foremost in any problem solution is to identify the problem itself, whether there is a problem or not, and what is the problem. Then only we can find the solution. Then comes the implementation. So here, as I see that there has been varying opinions about the condition of the dam. There is an impression the dam is unsafe and it must be attended to it at the earliest. And when we go to Mr. Venugopal Poti, they say that no, it is not necessary. By retrofit and repairs, you can assure certain amount of safety. Then, of course, there are solutions that are practical and implementable, and then there are solutions that are impossible or difficult to implement. So, the easiest solution that everybody would think is a dam that is downstream, a new dam at downstream that will provide the safety that the people of Kerala are looking, but it cannot be satisfying to the people of Tamil Nadu because of the height of the water will be lower. And Kerala's worry is a larger forest area will be submerged. And if we were to assure that we will not be lowering the water quantity or pressure that Tamil Nadu is presently getting, I don't think they can really raise a objection to a new dam, subject to, of course, the environmental conditions and the structural condition of the soil and things like that. That's all there. But submerging a few acres or few thousand acres of forest land is a lesser evil compared to 3 districts submerging and the population is totally destroyed there. So I think there is a lot of education that has to be done for the people of Kerala as to what is practical and what is not practical, what we have to do. Because we have to satisfy the counterparty, which is Tamil Nadu government and people of Tamil Nadu, who wants the water that they are getting, plus the pressure or the height that they were getting so they can produce electricity or whatever it is. So unless we start from that point, we will be discussing in various forums without coming into a conclusion. So I think this Mullaperiyar problem is to be dealt as a national problem of Kerala and Tamil Nadu and India together. It's a common problem all 3 of us have to solve. And for that, we definitely need national and international expert panel to make a proper condition assessment without having relying to people from various aspects giving their point of view, which may not be purely technical. So I would say that the government of Kerala should take an initiative because we are the most affected people. Human lives will be lost, property will be lost, and a tremendous tragedy will happen in Kerala, and both in terms of human lives and economy. So I think it has to be given that. And we have the dam safety department, the respective authorities, and we must represent our case properly with these authorities that has been formulated under a Dam Protection or Safety Act, and see that we are properly represented there. This is one thing. Then we have to come up with a practical solution. What is practical solution? The solution is, I'm not saying we have put up lowering the level, one thing, starting up a new tunnel, Sridharan's solution, and a new dam. Whatever it is, we arrive at that one. And I think then, of course, it has to be accepted by the state of Tamil Nadu, state of Kerala, and the government of India. So once we have that, then it's a matter of implementation. Now that implementation, one concern is the time that it will take to complete the dam. Yes, there is a natural delay in any of the government projects or projects of this magnitude. So we have to accept certain amount of challenges and certain amount of delays from any estimated schedule. But meantime, we do have the old dam. So I don't think the construction time should be we have very big worry to the Tamil Nadu government, because they will still get. So to construct this dam as soon as possible is the concern of people of Kerala, because we don't know when the dam will fail. And therefore, the earlier we construct and complete the dam, that is very important. So for that, we must have an implementation plan and execution. Now, being in India for last 20 years and active, I always see that there are very good government policies. There is very good vision. There are very good help that is put forward by the central government and, of course, the state governments. But when it comes to implementation, we fail miserably. To give you an example, the Indian government has provided 4,000 crore rupees to help Indian shipyards compete internationally, which is called a viability gap funding. But only 400 crores have been used. The rest 3,600 crores are they're lapsing. That is because of the implementation of the policy. So I think when it comes to a solution that we have arrived at, we have to give very good importance for the implementation, and it is possible because personally, with my own experience in carrying out mega projects in India, it is possible to make that change. It is not impossible. Currently, I am doing a $2.5 billion project in India, and it has been lagging for 3 years, and we have made humongous progress in last 6 months. So it is possible. So what we need to have is this proper implementation once a solution is arrived at. So I would say that let us start by identifying the problem. Let us make everybody aware of the problem. Let us have the subject matter experts from global arena to come in at our cost to assess it. Let us represent our case with the dam authority to our concerns and our solutions. And we have to do a lot of public relations in terms of educating not only the people of Kerala, but people of Tamil Nadu. We have no intention to deny what they are getting. We are only assuring that they continue to get. If the dam fails, nobody can help them. They will also die of starvation because 6 districts or 6 areas will not be irrigated or whatever it is. So it is in the common good. And nobody is trying to lower the height or reduce the quantity or stop the continuous flow. So I think the public relations here is missing. And once I think we have done sufficient public relations, we can sell our idea. So these are my few observations as to implementing this, because till then we will not be able to achieve anything without these management principles that has to be applied in solving any technical problem. I remember when I wrote my final year examination in industrial organization and business management, one question was, where should be the next steel plant in India? And in my Viva VOC, I was asked, how did I answer that question? So I said, I did answer that question, and Salem was my recommendation. So they asked me all the management questions that applies to selecting a manufacturing or production unit. The availability of raw material, availability of manpower, availability of power, etc., etc. But I added one more thing. I said, for political reasons also, we need to consider the location in South India for a steel mill. So they sarcastically asked, when did the management expert start playing politics? I said, no matter how smart a management expert you are, or a technical expert you are, you have to be aware of the social systems and the political situation and people's aspirations. So here, pure technical people cannot solve this problem. This is a mixed up problem between technology and people and sentiments and politics. So we need to play all these things if we have to see a light. And as a management expert, I feel that solution can be found out. The implementation can be achieved, provided we sell the idea we have a problem that's a real and present, and we have a solution, and this is the best solution. So this is what I have to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Engineer Anthony Prince, for your valuable inputs. Now I am going on to our guest of honor and special invitee, Professor P.O.J. Lebba sir, to address the session and share his views on the Mullaperiyar situation. Thank you.
എനിക്ക് വളരെ സന്തോഷമുള്ള ഒരു കാര്യമാണ് നിങ്ങളുമായിട്ട് അല്പനേരം ചെലവഴിക്കുക എന്നുള്ളത്. അതിന് കാരണക്കാരൻ ഓഫ് കോഴ്സ് പ്രധാനമായിട്ട് നിങ്ങളുടെ അസോസിയേഷന്റെ പ്രസിഡന്റും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ നമ്മുടെ സുരേന്ദ്രൻപിള്ളയാണ്. സുരേന്ദ്രൻപിള്ള സ്വന്തം കാര്യം പോലെ തന്നെ ഇത് പല പ്രാവശ്യം ഞാനുമായിട്ട് സംസാരിച്ചു. ഞാനൊരു നേരത്തെ ആന്റണി പ്രിൻസ് പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ ഒരു എക്സ്പെർട്ട് അല്ല ഇതിന്റെ കാര്യത്തിൽ. പക്ഷെ ഒരു എക്സ്പെർട്ട് അല്ലാത്ത ഒരാളെ എന്ത് പറയാൻ സാധിക്കും എന്നുള്ളതാണ് ഞാൻ പറയാൻ പോകുന്നത്. ബാക്കി എല്ലാവരും സബ്ജക്ട് എക്സ്പെർട്സ് ആണ്. പിന്നെ ആമ്പൂട്ടി സാറാണെങ്കിൽ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ പഠിപ്പിക്കുന്നവരെ അതിന്റെ കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞു തന്നു, അതിന്റെ എന്താണ് കാരണങ്ങൾ എന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞു. മറ്റു പലരും അവരുടെ അനുഭവങ്ങളും അവരുടെ ടെക്നിക്കൽ എക്സ്പെർട്ടീസിന്റെ ഒരു കാര്യങ്ങൾ പറഞ്ഞു. ആന്റണി പ്രിൻസ് വളരെ നല്ല രീതിയിൽ ഒരു മാനേജ്മെന്റ് പ്രിൻസിപ്പിളും പറഞ്ഞു. മാനേജ്മെന്റ് പ്രിൻസിപ്പിളില് ആദ്യം പുള്ളി ചോദിച്ചത്, വാട്ട് ഈസ് ദ പ്രോബ്ലം? യു ഷുഡ് ഐഡന്റിഫൈ ദ പ്രോബ്ലം. ഈ മാനേജ്മെന്റ് സൊല്യൂഷൻ പോകുമ്പം ആദ്യം നമ്മൾ പോകുന്നത് പ്രോബ്ലം എന്താണെന്ന് കണ്ടുപിടിക്കുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. പിന്നാണ് പോസിബിൾ സൊല്യൂഷൻസ് എടുക്കുക. അതിൽ ഏത് ഇംപ്ലിമെന്റ് ചെയ്താലുള്ള ആണ് നമുക്ക് നടപ്പിലാക്കാൻ സാധിക്കുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. സാധാരണ മാനേജ്മെന്റ് ക്വസ്റ്റിനകത്ത് പറയുന്നുണ്ട്, ഈ ഐഡന്റിഫൈ ദി പ്രോബ്ലം, ലിസ്റ്റ് ഔട്ട് പോസിബിൾ സൊല്യൂഷൻസ്, then analyze each solution and then come to a complete conclusion. അതാണ് പറയുന്നത്. അത് ആന്റണി പ്രിൻസ് വളരെ ഭംഗിയായത് ഇവിടെ സൂചിപ്പിച്ചു. പക്ഷെ ഈ പ്രോബ്ലം എന്താണെന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ ഇപ്പൊ ഞാൻ അല്പം കൺഫ്യൂസ്ഡ് ആണ്. കാര്യം സാധാരണ ഒരു ലേമൻ എന്നുള്ള നിലയ്ക്ക് നമ്മുടെ മുല്ലപ്പെരിയാർ ഡാം വളരെ അൺസേഫ് ആണെന്നാണ് നമ്മൾ ഇതുവരെ ഞങ്ങളൊക്കെ ധരിച്ചു വെച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്. പക്ഷെ ഇന്നിപ്പോ എക്സ്പെർട്സിന്റെ പലരുടെയും സംഭാഷണം കേട്ടപ്പോൾ അവര് ഇത് ടോട്ടലി അൺസേഫ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നില്ല, പക്ഷെ അൺസേഫ് ആകാൻ സാധ്യതയുണ്ട് എന്ന് പറയുന്നു. ഉദാഹരണമായിട്ട് 128-129 കൊല്ലം മുമ്പുണ്ടാക്കിയ ഒരു ഈ സുർക്കി സിമെന്റ്, അങ്ങനെ സിമെന്റിന് പകരം ചുണ്ണാമ്പൊക്കെ ഉപയോഗിച്ചുണ്ടാക്കിയ ഒരു ഡാം ഇത്രയും നാളെ നിലനിന്നത് തന്നെ ഒരു അത്ഭുതമാണ്. ബ്രിട്ടീഷ് ഭരണകാലത്താണ് ഇത് തുടങ്ങാൻ. ചരിത്രം പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ബ്രിട്ടീഷ് ഭരണകാലത്താണ് ഇത് ഈ 129 കൊല്ലങ്ങൾ മുമ്പ് ഉണ്ടാക്കിയത്. അന്ന് ഈ ഉദ്ദേശം പ്രധാനമായിട്ടും തമിഴ്നാടിന് വെള്ളം കൊടുക്കുക എന്നുള്ളതായിരുന്നു അന്നത്തെ ആവശ്യം. ഈ സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യം കിട്ടിയതിന് ശേഷം നമ്മുടെ നാട്ടുരാജാക്കന്മാരുമായിട്ടുള്ള പല കരാറുകളും റദ്ദായിട്ടുണ്ട്. വാസ്തവത്തിൽ 999 വർഷത്തേക്ക് ഉള്ള ഒരു കരാർ അന്ന് ഉണ്ടാക്കിയെന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഒട്ടും ഇന്നത്തെ നിലയ്ക്ക് റെലവെന്റ് അല്ല. പക്ഷെ ഈ സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യം കിട്ടിയതിന് ശേഷം ഈ കരാറുകളെല്ലാം റദ്ദായി പുതിയ നിയമങ്ങൾ വരികയൊക്കെ ചെയ്തു. കോടതികൾ ഇടപെട്ടു, സ്റ്റേറ്റുകൾ തമ്മിൽ തർക്കിച്ചു. പിന്നെ നമ്മുടെ കേരളത്തിലെ മുഖ്യമന്ത്രിമാർ തന്നെ ഈ അച്യുതമേനോനാണെന്നോ അദ്ദേഹമാണെന്ന് തോന്നിയത് ഇവർക്ക് അവസാനമായിട്ട് ഒരു കറണ്ട് ഉണ്ടാക്കാനുള്ള ഒരു സൊല്യൂഷൻ ചോദിച്ചപ്പോൾ എന്തോ ഒരു ഇലക്ട്രിക് പവർ സ്റ്റേഷൻ ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്ന ഒരു അനുമതി കൊടുത്തു. അത് ഇപ്പോഴും നിലനിൽക്കുകയാണ്. പിന്നെ ഇതൊരു രാഷ്ട്രീയമായി കൂടെ ആലോചിക്കേണ്ട ഒരു ഇഷ്യൂ ആണിത്. കാര്യം രണ്ട് സ്റ്റേറ്റ് നേരത്തെ നമ്മളെ പല പാനലിസ്റ്റും പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ ഇത് ഒരു ഇന്റർസ്റ്റേറ്റ് പ്രോബ്ലമാണ്, നാഷണൽ പ്രോബ്ലമാണ്. അപ്പൊ അതിനൊരു സൊല്യൂഷൻ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കുമ്പം ഓരോരുത്തരുടെയും ഡിമാൻഡ് മാത്രം നോക്കിയിട്ട് കാര്യമില്ല, പൊതുവായിട്ട് അത് എങ്ങനെ ബാധിക്കുന്നു എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. അപ്പൊ പുതുതായി ഒരു ഡാം കെട്ടുക എന്നുള്ളത് ഒരു ഈസി സൊല്യൂഷനായിട്ട് എല്ലാവരും പറയുന്നുണ്ട്. പക്ഷെ ഇത് എത്രമാത്രം വർക്കബിൾ ആണ്, പ്രാക്ടിക്കൽ ആണ് എന്നുള്ളത് നമുക്ക് കണ്ടുപിടിക്കേണ്ടിയിരിക്കുന്നു. പക്ഷെ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പിന്നീടുള്ളത് ശ്രീധരൻ സാർ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ എന്താ ഒരു ടണൽ ഉണ്ടാക്കിയിട്ട് ആ ടണലിൽ കൂടെ വെള്ളം വാട്ടർ പ്രഷർ കുറയ്ക്കുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. പിന്നീട് വേറൊരു ഏറ്റവും എളുപ്പമായി ഉണ്ടാക്കാവുന്ന ഒരു സൊല്യൂഷന്റെ വാട്ടർ ലെവൽ കുറയ്ക്കുക. 136 അടി എന്നാണ് നമ്മൾ മുമ്പ് കേരളം പറഞ്ഞിരുന്നത്. അതിപ്പോ 142 മറ്റോ ആക്കുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടി സുപ്രീം കോടതി അനുവദിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പൊ സുപ്രീം കോടതി ഇത് ചർച്ചയ്ക്ക് വെച്ചപ്പോ തന്നെ നമ്മൾ പരാജയപ്പെട്ടെന്ന് വേണമെങ്കിൽ പറയാം. നമ്മുടെ ആർഗ്യുമെന്റ് അവരെ കൊണ്ട് എഗ്രി ചെയ്യിക്കാൻ നമ്മൾ ഫെയിൽഡ്. അത് നമ്മുടെ ഉദ്യോഗസ്ഥന്മാരുടെ കുറ്റമാണോ അതോ നമ്മുടെ വക്കീലിന്റെ കുറ്റമാണോ എന്ന് അറിഞ്ഞുകൂടാ. സുപ്രീം കോടതി ഇപ്പോഴും 2014 റീ അഷ്വർ ചെയ്തത് ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ ഡാം തുടരട്ടെന്നും വാട്ടർ ലെവൽ 142 അടി ആവട്ടെ എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. ഇപ്പോഴീ അടുത്ത കാലത്തുണ്ടായ ഈ വയനാട് ദുരന്തം കേട്ടപ്പോഴാണ് ആൾക്ക് വീണ്ടും ഒന്നുകൂടെ ഈ ഇഷ്യൂ ഒന്ന് ചൂടായി വന്നത്. മുമ്പ് ഈ തുംഗഭദ്ര ഡാമിൽ കർണാടകയിലുണ്ടായ ഡാമേജും അതുപോലെ അതിന് മുമ്പ് മോർവി ഡാമിന്റെ ഒക്കെ ചരിത്രം വിശേഷിച്ചും എന്നെ പോലുള്ള സീനിയർ വയസ്സന്മാർക്കൊക്കെ എപ്പോഴും ഓർമ്മയുണ്ടത് മോർവി ഡാമിനെ പറ്റിയൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞു കേട്ടിട്ടുള്ളത്. ഇപ്പോഴ് ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള ഡാമുകളെല്ലാം പൊട്ടിയാൽ എന്ത് സംഭവിക്കും എന്നുള്ളത് ആലോചിക്കാൻ വയ്യാത്ത ഒരു കാര്യമാണ്. പക്ഷെ പൊട്ടത്തില്ല, അങ്ങനെ ഒരിക്കലും ഡാമേജ് വരില്ല എന്നാണ് എക്സ്പെർട്സ് തമിഴ്നാട് എക്സ്പെർട്സ് പറയുന്നത്. ഒരിക്കലും ഒരു കുഴപ്പം വരില്ല, നിങ്ങൾ സേഫ് ആണെന്നാണ്. പക്ഷേ കേരള എക്സ്പെർട്സ് പറയുന്നത് ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ലൈക്ലി ടു ക്രിയേറ്റ് ഡാമേജ്. അതാണ് നമ്മുടെ ആർഗ്യുമെന്റ്. ഈ രണ്ട് ആർഗ്യുമെന്റും കൂടെ ഒന്നിച്ച് ചേരുന്നില്ല. പിന്നെ എഞ്ചിനീയറിംഗ് എക്സ്പെർട്ടൈസ് ആര് പറഞ്ഞാലും ഒരുപോലെ ഇരിക്കേണ്ടതാണ്, പക്ഷെ അതിവിടെ ഒരുപോലെ ഇരിക്കുന്നില്ല. റിയൽ എഞ്ചിനീയറിംഗ് എക്സ്പെർട്സ് കേരളത്തിലുള്ളവരായാലും തമിഴ്നാട്ടിലുള്ളവരായാലും എഞ്ചിനീയറിംഗ് ആസ്പെക്ട് പറയുന്ന ഒന്നായിരിക്കണ്ടേ, പക്ഷെ അതൊന്നാകാൻ സാധിക്കുന്നില്ല. അപ്പോഴവിടെ പൊളിറ്റിക്സ് വരുന്നു, പിന്നെ ഓരോരുത്തരുടെ ഡിമാൻഡുകൾ വരുന്നു. അപ്പം നമുക്കിപ്പോൾ കേരളത്തിനെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം ഇങ്ങനെ ഈ ലേറ്റസ്റ്റ് ആയിട്ടുണ്ടായിട്ടുള്ള ഈ വയനാട് പ്രശ്നമാണ് ഇപ്പോഴും സുരേന്ദ്രൻ പിള്ളയെ പേടിപ്പിച്ചതെന്ന് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു. ഉടൻ തന്നെ പൊട്ടുപോയില്ലയോ. അപ്പൊ അങ്ങനെ പൊട്ടുമെന്നുള്ള അപ്പൊ ഇത് ഞാൻ കേട്ടെടുത്തോളം ഈ സംസാരത്തിൽ പങ്കെടുത്തപ്പോ എനിക്കൊരു ചെറിയൊരു ആശ്വാസമുണ്ട്. അത്ര എളുപ്പം അങ്ങ് പൊട്ടത്തില്ല. അറ്റ്ലീസ്റ്റ് ഞങ്ങളുടെയൊക്കെ കാലത്തെങ്കിലും ഇത് നിലനിൽക്കും എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. പ്രിൻസിനും എനിക്കും അങ്ങോട്ടേക്കും ഒന്നും പേടിക്കേണ്ട കാര്യമില്ല. കുറച്ചാളൂടെ എന്തായാലും ഇത് നിലനിൽക്കും എന്ന് തന്നെയാണ് ഞാൻ വിചാരിക്കുന്നത്. പക്ഷെ എങ്കിലും ഈ പറഞ്ഞ സജഷൻസ് എല്ലാം വളരെ വാല്യുബിൾ സജഷൻസ് ആണ്. ഇത്രയും ആളുകൾ ഈ പാനലിസ്റ്റ് എക്സ്പേർട്സ് ഒക്കെ നല്ല രീതിയിൽ ആലോചിച്ചിട്ട് തന്നെ കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞു. അപ്പം അതുകൊണ്ട് ഇതിൽ പങ്കെടുക്കാൻ അല്പനേരം സാധിച്ചതിൽ എനിക്ക് സന്തോഷമുണ്ട്. അതിന് ഇതിന്റെ മീശ നമ്മുടെ പ്രസിഡന്റിനോട് മീശ എന്ന ഞാൻ പ്രസിഡന്റിന് സുരേന്ദ്രൻ പിള്ളയും ഞാൻ നന്ദി പറയുകയാണ്. എങ്കിലും എന്റെ പേടി മാറിയിട്ടുണ്ടെന്ന് വേണേൽ ഞാൻ തൽക്കാലം പറയാം. ഉടനെ ഒരു സൊല്യൂഷൻ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഹൈറ്റ് കുറയ്ക്കുക, അതിന് യാതൊരു തർക്കവും ഇല്ല. 142 അടി വരെ പോകാതെ ഈ 136 നിർത്തിയാൽ വലിയ കുഴപ്പം വരില്ല. പിന്നെ ഈ ഡാം പണിഞ്ഞത് പണ്ടുള്ള കോൺട്രാക്ടർമാരായതുകൊണ്ട് കുറച്ച് സേഫാണ്. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഈ 130 കൊല്ലം ഇത് നിൽക്കത്തില്ലല്ലോ. അപ്പൊ അതും സിമെന്റ് ഇല്ലാത്ത കാലത്ത് ഉണ്ടാക്കിയ ഒരു ഡാമാണിത്. അപ്പൊ അവർ വളരെ ടെക്നിക്കൽ എക്സ്പെർട്ടൈസ് ഉപയോഗിച്ച് തന്നെ ബ്രിട്ടീഷ് എക്സ്പെർട്സ് ആണ് ഇത് ചെയ്തത്. അപ്പൊ നമുക്ക് ആ രീതിയിലുള്ള ഭയമില്ല. എങ്കിലും ഈ ഭൂചലനം ഉണ്ടായാലും എന്നുള്ളതാണ് അടുത്ത പ്രശ്നമുള്ളത്. എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു ഭൂചലനം സ്കോപ്പ് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഇപ്പൊ റൂർക്കി യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റിന്നോ അവരുടെ ഒരു ചലനം പറയുന്നത് എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു ചെറിയ റിക്ടർ സ്കെയിൽ 6 കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഇത് ഡാമിന് ഡാമേജ് വരുമെന്നാണ് അവർ അവകാശപ്പെടുന്നത്, അവർ പറയുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ അതുപോലെ എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു നമ്മൾ പ്രതീക്ഷിക്കാത്ത നാച്ചുറൽ ഡിസാസ്റ്റർ വന്നാൽ ഇതെല്ലാം പോവും, എല്ലാ ഡാമും പോവും. ഇടുക്കി ഡാമിന് ഈ വെള്ളം സപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യാനുള്ള കപ്പാസിറ്റി ഇടുക്കി ഡാമിനില്ല. അപ്പൊ ഇടുക്കി ഡാമും പോവും, മുല്ലപ്പെരിയാറും പോവും, എല്ലാം പോവും. അപ്പൊ നമ്മളെല്ലാവരും പോവും. അങ്ങനെ നമ്മൾ ഭയപ്പെടേണ്ട, അത് ആശ്വാസവാക്ക് പറയാനേ ഞാൻ വയസ്സുകാലത്ത് ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നുള്ളൂ. എല്ലാവർക്കും നന്ദി. സംസാരിച്ചതിലും എനിക്ക് പങ്കെടുക്കാൻ അതിനേക്കാളും സന്തോഷമുണ്ട്. പിന്നെ മാനേജ്മെന്റ് എക്സ്പെർട്ട് എന്നുള്ള ആന്റണി പ്രിൻസിന്റെ സംഭാഷണം എനിക്ക് വളരെ ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടു. ഞാൻ ഒന്നും അറിയാൻ വയ്യാത്തവർക്ക് പറയുന്ന ഒരു ടെക്നോളജിയാണ് മാനേജ്മെന്റ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. You need not be expert in anything, but you can be expert in management techniques. അതുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മുടെ ഏറ്റവും വിജയകരമായ ഒരു ഓൾഡ് ബോയ് ആണ് ആന്റണി പ്രിൻസ്. അതുകൊണ്ട് സന്തോഷം, എനിക്ക് വളരെ സന്തോഷമുണ്ട്. താങ്ക് യു സുരേന്ദ്രപിള്ള ഫോർ ഓർഗനൈസിംഗ് ദിസ് പ്രോഗ്രാം. താങ്ക് യു.
Thank you very much, Professor Leba sir. We are excited with your ideas, and allow me to make my exit opinion on this matter. Now, friends, allow me to express my impressions on the issue. First of all, we are no experts on whatever we are talking about. But as we are engineers, we do have peripheral knowledge or ideas compared to laymen on the possible threats waiting in the wings. Let us consider, we have a built-in community social responsibility mindset. And out there, the psyche of 36 million fellow humans is an overdrive with the fear. We have a responsibility to at least to alleviate that. Our discussions entirely on the basis of general background with available know-how is definitely going to guide us to arrive at a resolution pinpointing the gray spots in the whole equation. Vis-a-vis, the dam is 129 years old and therefore it can't continue forever indefinitely. Though the structure was retrofitted, it was a positive step. 44 years ago, the stability can't be guaranteed at all. We are unsure of the hydrological, geological, seismological, or hydraulics parameters. And we ourselves are not enabled or equipped to do so. And we have to continue to feed Tamil Nadu. Meanwhile, we have to guarantee the safety of the dam as well. As the structure can't continue for ages, in order to put our coming generations in a safe footing, we need a replacement downstream. Once that is achieved, we can go for decommissioning. For that, first, we have to down tunnel to 50 feet level. At present, it is at 104 feet level. To keep it safer for another 5 to 7 years, by which time we will have a new structure downstream in order to decommission the existing. And I am continuing the background. There is a background for this. Sorry. And I am going to digging the background. See what happened really, where we stand today. The Supreme Court of India, by a ruling in 2014, appointed a 3-member supervisory committee to monitor and guarantee the safety of the structure. More litigations followed, and in 2022, the apex court made a final sitting. The court told the parties complaining that they said in 2021, the parliament adopted a law constituting a new management system for all the dams in India under the Ministry of Water or Ministry of Jal Shakti, christened as the National Dam Safety Authority or NDSA of India. But it is just being constituted, and till it is enabled as a functional unit, it is fast-tracked now. A 5-member committee instead of the 3 members, one will manage the affairs of the dam. The added members are one each technical experts from Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Hence, the Supreme Court will have nothing to do with Mullaperiyar Dam anymore. It is left to the National Dam Safety Authority of India. Now, our plea as a resolution to the NDSA, copy to the Chief Secretary of Kerala, could be formulated in the following lines, strictly based on the outcome of our meet. Request them, citing reasons, constitute a totally unbiased. There circulates lots of skepticism or mistrust on the current monitoring setup. An expert dam safety inspection committee, either national experts or international ones, consisting of hydrological, seismological, safety, hydraulics, reliability engineering system, and dam burst analysis, and their unanimous findings should be admissible to all and applicable to the core. If they say, don't worry, it is safe, and the structure can stay or it can stay with down tunneling, we all should accept that it is safe and can stay. If they say find a replacement and decommission, thereafter do it without question, applicable to both Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Our only targeted concern should be to alleviate the fear psychosis of our brothers and sisters, and nothing more or nothing less. This is my line of thinking, my friends. I could be wrong, and thank you very much. Now, the next point in the agenda is members' questionnaire to the panelists. I have allotted here around 45 minutes, but as we are getting late, we will precise into 13 minutes. Please.
Can I ask a question, CGK
Yeah,
Pillai?
please. Yeah.
So I'm just precisely coming to Anthony Prince, what is the problem actually? Actually, there is no problem, as our Professor Ahmad Guti Sahab has told. The problem is something which we are not able to measure. That is what Mr. Karthikeyan was also telling. Our engineers failed to furnish the data required to prove that the dam is unsafe. What is that data which is required to prove that the dam is unsafe? From hearing from Professor Ahmad Guti Sahab, I could infer see, there is something which is more worrying is that Surki has given away from the dam. And Mr. Sampson has told 60% of the Surki is gone. I just wanted to substantiate from Mr. Venugopal, is it true that 60% of Surki is gone? And is it over a period of time? Is it something measured is there? If 60% gone, naturally the total thing would have settled down also. Was there any settlement? And another question which I wanted to ask is, all these court verdict of bringing down to 140 feet or so, has it been done after that capping and concreting capping you done on the downstream side? This is what I just wanted to know.
कार्तिक, ये महीने में तुम्हारा कितना दिन का है वो एक्स्ट्रा पानी? 200 रुपया तुम्हारा बाई का.
Hello.
Hello.
Mr. Pillai, may I speak one point?
Yeah.
There is a Dam Safety Act 2021 giving the guidelines for monitoring and maintenance of a dam for the safety of the dam. That's an Indian government rule. So we can, if these rules and regulations are acceptable, and that is the act of the government, we should inspect the dam and bring out an unbiased report with the condition of the current condition of the dam. So there is no ambiguity there. There's no personal opinions there. It is being inspected based on an act of the government of India for the safety, maintenance, and monitoring of the dam.
Sir, actually speaking, I did some exercise, I'm just telling you, though I am not a civil engineer. I have gone through the weight of the dam. The weight of the dam, if I am wrong, please correct me. It is almost 11 lakh tons, the weight of the dam. And I have seen the water force on the structures at 145 feet and at the maximum height 140 feet and at a lower height. It is around 2 lakh tons is the force which is coming on the structure. And as Ahmad Guti Sahab told, that gravity ratio, whatever you call, the total weight divided by the hydraulic force is almost 4 times. And added to that, After this only they have done the capping. This dam was safe for last 100 years. After they did the capping, they strengthened the foundation, and the concrete which they put it on the downstream side is 30 feet. 30 feet. 30 feet is quite a big concrete. They have done it. Mr. Venugopal will be able to tell me. I am not a civil engineer, but at the face of it, what I feel is there is nothing happened to the old dam as on today also, except that Surki. How much is that gone out of it? Because the age is determined by the aging of the aggregates used in the dam. Aggregates used, what aging can happen is for the Surki, not for the other things. But this Surki gone, I cannot tell, even Samson cannot tell, even anybody in the Kerala government or technical side cannot tell. But that what Surki has gone is to that extent that this dam is unsafe tomorrow.
Mr. Pillai, can I talk now?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, Mr. Pillai, we were always telling the classical thinking of a gravity dam. See, this is the thing, one confirmation I got, which would have been given by Mr. Venugopal Poti, about the thickness of the concrete on the downstream side. It is 10 meter thick. Can you think?
That is by 30 feet.
Yeah, 30 feet. It is, because I have read, but I have got a doubt. Normally, 1 meter, because in Virinjam we have put a 2 meter thick, 2.5 thick wave wall. It is a huge structure. Then we have to think of 10 meter thick wall. So the thing is that now I don't know whether the analysis or the design has been done as a shell and fill method. Shell and fill method means the shell is on the outside. It is a 10 meter thick shell, and on the inside there is an anchoring. So inside it is a fill material. It can be a loose material with the friction only. So such an analysis nobody has done, and nobody is available in the nothing is available in the normal literature. This is a special design done by the Water Commission, Central Water Commission. So
Sir,
they
you have a point. See,
yeah.
you have a point.
So I will tell you that
Yeah.
nobody has checked the design. Everybody is telling a dam which is 130 years. But what he has done after in 79 to 2000, nobody is saying, simply saying that dam is unsafe. Can you think of 10 meter thick concrete on the downstream and an anchoring on the inside? So the total system is bound together. It is under a shell. I don't know, Prince Sir, have you seen this bulkhead or the stopper dams with the sheet pile at the field sand and in the deep water we are providing? It is a shell, it is a tension member with a sand field only, no concrete inside. Here 10 meter thick concrete. So that's why I am requesting my friends, civil the engineering friends, we should be very careful in saying that the dam is unsafe. It will reflect very badly on us. What we can tell is that the National Dam Safety Authority is do periodical inspection. The periodicity I could not find out. It is normally a 5-year period. So every 5 years they have to inspect. Now the inspection is due. So we have to insist upon them to inspect and certify the safety of the dam. That is the action we have to take. We need not go for any foreigner. We should have faith in our Indian engineers. We are so competent to do that. The CWPR is the pioneer organization in the world. We have to respect that. We are all competent people. Why should we go outside? And we should have full faith on Central Water Commission. We should insist on them to do this thing, and it is not a biased one.
Sir, that could be the reason why our engineers are not able to.
I have done this Virinjam breakwater. I have done. The foreigners came, but they could not beat us. We made them to do what we want. We did not fear about the white skin. I told them that I studied under the white skin. They told us that you should not open your mouth in the field where you are not competent. There you should very well say, I don't know. My professors will say, I don't know. I have trained 2 years by government of India under that situation. Here also, everybody is saying the dam is unsafe. How it is unsafe? It is not unsafe. Have you analyzed? Can you think of 10 meter thick concrete face It was not done by Tamil Nadu, it was done by Central Water Commission under their design and under their supervision. Do you know that?
Sir, this verdict came only after the concreting or before the
Yes,
concrete?
see, verdicting, the Central Water Commission, Suamoto took up this dam issue in 77 and they started the work in 80. They continued, but the Kerala government was not cooperating. They were making all the hurdles to do that. Mr. Poti may be aware of that. And then the Supreme Court in 2004 said that you proceed and complete the work. And after completing the work, you fill up the dam up to 142 feet. Then the Kerala government began an act restricted to 136 feet. That was stopped by the Supreme Court in 2014. And they cannot face it. They want a new dam. Why? Mr. P.J. Joseph, minister, was saying that I want a dam. What is the authority he has got to do that? I was wondering at that time what this man is saying. He said, I will not allow you to do the work. How can he say? I was wondering why a minister can say. And now it is confirmed. 10-meter thick. Can you imagine?
That is there documented. That is documented.
Because I have seen this in one of the journal, but I could not get the confirmation. Now, when you have said it is a confirmation, then we cannot think it is a shell itself. Because on the water side it is anchored, on the other side it is a 10-meter thick concrete. It is a shell.
What about the upstream side? Any repair is done?
Upstream they have anchored. The uplifting is anchored.
Other face of the dam. Anything they could do?
No, they have done that one only up to the water level. But below that, because of the anchor compression, the friction will come. It is called a tension bolt. You have to think of the tension bolt. Tension bolt is higher friction. Because of the tension, the friction will come. So this is just like a tension bolt. Each block will be positioned there. It cannot come out. Just like you see a rubble wall. It's a dry rubble wall. On the top you are putting a concrete layer. Each rubble cannot come out. Similarly, it is doing like that. Sorry.
Sir, you are sharing the screen.
You're sharing.
Can you hear me?
We can hear, Mr.
Yeah. So that is the thing that I'm saying, that we should not simply say the dam is 130 years. So sometimes the designer might have neglected the old material quality. They might not consider it is only a filling material to support the concrete. Yes. This diagram you are having in the
Can you see the dam cross section?
We can see.
Yeah.
After retrofit, this is the shape of the dam.
Correct.
You see the concrete, how the material can go out.
Correct.
Yeah. This is a cable anchor.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the concrete with the shear keys, and this is the base 140 feet. It's very huge.
How can the water pressure pull down this inclined concrete? And it is it having any reinforcement or plain concrete?
No, it is plain concrete. There is no reinforcement.
So it will not corrode also, because in the marine structure we
will no reinforcement.
Yeah.
But it is held by shear keys actually.
Yeah. Now the thing is that you draw a shear plane or a slip circle, it will not cut the concrete.
Yeah, right. But Engineer Karthikeyan, 1 second.
Yeah.
But this dam cannot go forever. It has to go one day.
I will tell you. I could have read you that in the Parliament in 2012, 2023 December, Central Water Commission said that the dam can be continued if the repair and maintenance is continued in a systematic way. So we have to say that if it is no crevices only, in India, what is the procedure? No life is prefixed. Any bridge you take, the bridge will be inspected every year, and when it is showing some distress, it will be repaired. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, it will be repaired and it will be pushing on. And when it is becoming economically repairable, then only it is abandoning. There is nothing like that. It is based on the performance of the...
Sir, you stop sharing, please.
You stop sharing that.
Stop sharing. Sir, that is the reason why people are not able to define the problem.
See, that's why, there is some interested parties who want to go for a new dam. new dam is more serious than that one because the water level in the dam will be much higher than this one to give the same water because that can be constructed at a lower level. My thing is that we have to lower the thing is that then the 15 TMC capacity of the dam will come to 5 TMC. Even if this dam bursts, that 5 TMC is well within the capacity of the Idiki dam. Only the area in between Idiki dam and the Mullaperiyar will be affected. It will not have any impact on the downstream below that. But the capacity will come down so much below that.
Sir, another question is this E.S. Sridharan's proposal of.
No, I will not accept it.
No, I'm not telling. Just tell me. Anybody else will be able to answer. Proposal of.
No, what I'm saying that I have to clear that it is a proposal submitted by the expert committee appointed by the Supreme Court. And
Earlier also it was there. Earlier also.
No, it was done in 2018, 2014. And Supreme Court gave its preference for going for that also. But Kerala did not accept that. And they have given an indication that it should be done by the Tamil Nadu government at their cost.
But where is the place for storing this?
No, I will tell you that now the dam, the intake level is 106 feet. This intake level will be reduced to 50 feet. So
Yes.
there will be 56 feet margin. That margin they can make use of. So that the present level of 136 because
Sir, 50 feet was old proposal. 100 feet is Sridharan's proposal.
It is not Sridharan's proposal, but I said it.
No, old proposal was 50 feet. No, but where they are going to store this water?
No, I will tell you that you clear me. I will clear you. The intake point is 50 feet. Reservoir level is 100 feet. You understand that?
Okay. So where they are going to take this water? Store.
Store water there is Tamil Nadu. It is going to Tamil Nadu, is not.
No, it is directly going or they want to store something. See, their idea is for you storing it to the maximum level and use it when it is water is not when it is required in dry season. But when this Sridharan's proposal is make a tunnel, take it to some other place and store it, and they lower this level.
That is they can do if they are this 100 feet storage is not sufficient. They can have intermittent storage on their side. Because during the rainy season itself, they can store and balance storage because total quantity they have to store somewhere.
But this is almost 1/3 of the total volume they have to store outside.
Let me butt in 1 second.
Yeah.
So, Engineer Sridharan said 4 days ago in a seminar at Calicut that it has to be down tunnel to 100, but that is also wrong. It has to go up to 50. And he said a tunnel of 6 meters wide and 4 kilometers long and discharging into the Vaiga River, he suggested. And when it comes to Vaiga River, there is actually an earthen dam there. They can widen it and improve the storage, or they can create intermediate reservoirs to store additional water. That is one solution. And he also said we can, every 100 meters, we can put a counterforce. That's also good. But the thing is, what we are discussing here is how long we will retain this old structure. That is the point.
So that is
Another 50 years.
No, we cannot tell you. I will tell you.
പിന്നെ മറ്റുള്ളവർക്കും ചാൻസ് കൊടുക്കും കേട്ടോ.
Can I?
Please give chance to everybody. There are a lot of people who have to question.
Yeah, correct. That is right.
Can I answer to this, Mr. Surendran Pillai?
You can answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will answer you that. I have told you that in India, the practice is that we will, the government of, as per the act, it has been established that we have to do periodical inspection meticulously. And until the periodical inspection and repair and these repairs after every periodical inspection is done, the dam is performing, it will continue like that. There is no, I told you that in India, no prefixing of the age. It is based on the performance of the structure. We can continue to any amount. That is what they have given. The CWS informed the parliament also. It is not my word. If I want, I have plotted here. They have told the parliament that the aging of the dam will not deteriorate its quality provided all the repairs and the maintenance are done meticulously. It is not to me. It is to the Parliament. Central Water Commission gave to the Parliament the assurance like that. That is okay.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Karthikeyan. And any more questions, please? Any more questions?
ഹലോ
Yeah.
പിള്ളേ
Yes,
കേക്കാവോ?
കേൾക്കാം.
ഞാൻ അദ്ദേഹത്തോടെ ഒരു എഞ്ചിനീയറിംഗ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ചോദിച്ചോട്ടെ. അതായത് ഈ നമുക്കറിയില്ല ടു വാട്ട് എക്സ്റ്റെന്റ് സുർക്കി മോട്ടർ ഹാസ് ബീൻ ഗോൺ. So it
Yeah.
has become simply a rubble or the air masonry work at present. Even
Yeah.
we think or assume that more than 50% has been washed off. Another
Yeah.
thing is there is a concrete lining without reinforcement on the other side. Do you think this concrete lining and the DR wall act monolithically? That is my question. Can you expect
Yeah.
it?
No,
That's a
it
big
is
question.
okay.
I cannot
That is a big
answer.
question I am asking you.
I will answer you that
Ah,
it
yes.
has to, we have to ask the principle of design they have followed. There is no need of a monolithic requirement. I have told you that steel and sand are given like that. So shell like that. Shell is rotating means the shell rotation is prevented by the friction on the sand. It's a loose material, whereas it is a rock. So concrete on the downstream side, it is a compression member, whereas the water side, it is a tension member. They have given the anchor. So I don't know whether they have taken as it a masonry or is a shell and fill method. We have not in ordinary classes, we have not seen, but I have seen a 35-meter retaining structure for the waterfront. There they have gone for shell and fill. Here, whether they have followed the shell and fill method or as a mere gravity masonry wall. Everybody is thinking it's a masonry dam. May not be. Who knows what is the design done by CWC? Why can't we get a copy of the design? Or why can't we get the concept of the design? Then only we can see whether it is a masonry dam or shell and fill method.
Whatever be the design,
Yeah.
they have only strengthened it, repaired it.
That
Only
design
repaired an old structure.
It is-
That
it
is
is-
time-bound structure.
I tell you that.
It's a time-bound
Yes,
structure and is due for demolition or
No, it is not
decommission.
that. Not do say Indian Parliament. That is why I told you that. It is a misconcept that we have to do. It
We
is
cannot play with the lives and properties of the public downstream. That is the question here.
that is a
Whether
parliament-
we have to depend on
that I have to tell
nobody
you
has
that
the
you
data.
cannot say. It is
Nobody
depend-
has got the data. What has happened, the old structure. Nobody has got. We presume that such a things are, or if it is an anchoring is there, it is okay. Everything we are presuming. But one thing is definite. It is constructed in 1895 and more than 100 years has gone. And even the strengthening work has gone 45 years or so. So it is due for decommissioning. There is no doubt at all. Whatever
Of
be
course.
the arguments you are putting,
So
there
I
is
am-
no
correct.
correct.
I agree.
no, you are
That
agreeing.
is
But what I am saying that
that is a point Sridhar is arguing. You reduce, it's a part of decommissioning. You are suggested to reduce the depth of water. It's a part of decommissioning.
see that
Not
is,
rely on the design they have adopted. You please wait. See, it is what Sridhar has suggested is a part of decommissioning. Reduce the pressure itself is a decommissioning. Part of decommissioning.
I agree. But what I am
We
saying
cannot assure the quality or quantity because we don't know what happened to the old masonry structure. But because of gravity, because of gravity, it is staying there. Otherwise, it would have been collapsed now. There is a strengthening or anchoring work top, and the lining work to prevent leakage from again. That's all. We or nobody can give an assurance that it is safe. Everybody is assuming it is safe. No question. Unless there is a new structure comes, we can say it is a safe structure and new one. It has a lifetime ban of 50 or 100 years. It is time-bound structure. Why we are arguing for safety? We cannot depend on this old structure. That is the fact there.
I say,
one answer. I have to tell you that we should have faith in our system or our government machinery. Not anybody, and this assurance was given by the Central Water Commission, the authority concerned with the dam to the Parliament, Indian Parliament. They have given. and they have got the system. So we have to prevail on the National Dam Safety Authority to get the inspection done at the earliest. In my opinion, we should have a resolution.
That is a
and
legal assurance.
it is not a
Legal
legal.
assurance. Is it?
It is not a legal assurance. We have to understand what is CWC.
That is a legal assurance. What is it is correct. And that was done because of the influence of a second party. But the state has failed miserably. That happened there. If we are strong enough to argue, sometimes the result would have been in another way. You could say go ahead with a new dam or something. But unfortunately, we were failed to represent our point there. That has happened because it has because of the pull and pressure of the Tamil Nadu government. That is the problem there.
Sir,
it was before the Supreme Court.
argument, sir, one thing, argument, the dam is older than 100 years. It is not a very difficult argument for anybody to make. They would have already made it in front of the court, no, sir?
Yeah. See, nobody.
I fully agree. I fully agree. With aging, there is a deterioration of material, but we are not able to quantify what is the deterioration. That's correct. But these sort of simple things, which is obvious to everybody, they would have already put in front of the court and argued. After that, only court has given this verdict.
See, Mr. Pillai, CGK Pillai, what I want to tell you that they have relied on the two technical experts who are expert in the field. The Supreme Court has given a verdict after hearing getting the report from the expert in the panel. You know the CWC people, they are the cream of the engineers. They are all IAS people. They know the engineer managers and they are getting the best expert. And you know the National Highway engineers or the CPW engineers, they are not correctly engineers, but they are engineer managers. They will they can manage the best engineers. So they are the topmost cream. They are above us. I will accept because they are IAS people. So that type of people is giving a recommendation to the parliament or a verdict, the Indian parliament that the dam, if it is maintained, that means they are doing periodical inspection, and after periodical inspection, the dam is found correct. It is correct. That is the way they are doing. Just like our physical checkup. Every month or 6 months, we are going and physically checked. The doctor will say, oh, we are system. In between, we will be getting a heart attack, we are dying. Can we do anything? Same way.
This periodical inspection and everything. We know what is happening there to a certain extent.
I have a question. I have a question. Has anyone here read the Dam Safety Act?
I have read about major portion. I have read
it. So it will have clear guidelines to check the material, the construction, the quality, and the maintenance that is to be carried out. There must be a technical guideline there.
The guideline, I could not find out the guideline, but I have got the guideline published by Central Water Commission in 2018. They have got a lot of guideline. Maybe because
this act came in 2021.
Yeah, the
this
regulation
act that came in 21. It contains 12 chapters.
Exactly.
I think we should be just talking like that. Now that the Dam Safety Act is there, what it contains, perhaps the answer is there.
Everything is there.
Yeah, everything is there. So there are benchmarks by which the dam should be assessed. Without making wild remarks, we will definitely have a guideline to go by and standards to go by.
Engineer Anthony Prince, 1 second. I actually suggested in my statement that we have to post our resolution to the Dam Safety Authority of India with our recommendation. And I also suggested that we should actually present to service national experts with this thing who are proficient in hydrological, seismological, safety, hydraulics, reliability engineering, and dam-based analysis people, and their opinion should be sought. And that is the final analysis.
In my opinion, an authority like Dam Safety Authority with the CWC, we have to ask for the inspection. We need not say. They won't like it. You know, my experience in the government, they will ask, who are you to ask? Are you coming to and asking our perspective? We have got our own system. So we have to
See,
say that our requirement is that a scientific inspection and safety certification of the dam is required. So we have seen that the dam, that exercise has not been done for so many years. So
Okay, engineer,
please give us a copy of the latest inspection and safety certification.
engineer,
And,
1 second.
yeah.
Wait, now the dam inspection procedure is overdue. It is not being done.
Yeah.
Tamil Nadu wants to do some repair work and Kerala wants first safety inspection. The clash is
Yes.
there and it is going on.
That
That is the point.
clash can Mr. Pillai, you have not read the act. The act says the
No, I am not talking
authority-
about that. I am not
And-
talking about
sir,
that.
So I
No.
will tell you, because we are in the government, we know that how we have to move. So I was in the government, I was dealing with the government. When we are going to, we were backfiring. So I have received so many backfiring from that. So I'm telling you that this is the thing they have to do. Now, as a citizen, see,
I think-
whatever details the National Dam Safety Authority is having, that detail they have to share with the state government also. Even
Yes.
the design, everything, the state government can ask the National Dam Safety Authority to give the details they will give. Similarly, as a citizen or our engineers, we can ask what are the details available. And this, we are the engineers, we have to go through that. So give a copy of the latest inspection, because the people in Kerala are worried. That way we have to do. So we should not enter into their area of work. That expertise they are having, we need not advise. It is a body of that prime importance we have to see.
So we will think about it, Engineer Karthikeyan, and let us have some more comments.
Yeah.
We will investigate them. We will discuss about it.
Yeah. So that way
agree.
we have to write.
Okay, no problem.
We should not enter because that people
Yeah.
won't like, because they are some heavyweight people.
Mr. Pillai,
Okay.
Mr. Pillai,
Yes.
I have a remark.
Yes, sir.
See, it's not a technical question, but
Yeah.
only a general question in the sense, engineering principles are the same, whether it is
Right.
for Tamil Nadu or for Kerala.
Right.
Then why is it that the two states government people cannot agree on same
Yeah.
principle? Because
they
about safety or whatever it is, engineering principles, whether it's the same, is it not?
Yeah.
But now there comes politics.
That
There
is
comes
the point.
there comes politics.
Exactly.
See, whichever committee says favorable to Tamil Nadu, Kerala will not agree. And vice
Exactly.
versa.
Yes, that is what
That
is
is-
going on.
That is really happening.
That
So
is
we
why-
want a real expert opinion,
Yeah.
which is not biased.
Yes, that is what I am
The
saying.
real
Actually-
based
actually-
on the strict principles of engineering aspects.
Exactly. That is what we discussed
So
here.
actually, I can tell you that as per the act, our Mullaperiyar Dam, which is owned by Tamil Nadu and the area in the state, normally all the dam safety things should be done by the state dam safety organization. But here, the dam is interstate, that this type of dam, Mullaperiyar, it is directly under National Dam Safety Authority. So
Of
it is considered to be an independent. So they are arranging all the things there. As far as Mullaperiyar is concerned, state organization is not coming to the picture.
That is fine. But
Yeah.
Kerala and Kerala's people are going to be affected by the safety of that Mullaperiyar dam. Therefore, Kerala has every right to represent their
Exactly.
anxiety
of course.
and create
Yes, sir, of course, sir.
sufficient
That's why I
public
told her that.
opinion to have a safety a survey, safety inspection carried out at the earliest.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. And
Sir,
I can add one more thing. There is one chief engineer of the Kerala government has been nominated to be a member of this National Dam Safety Authority.
No,
dealing with the Mullaperiyar. So we can
inspection. Inspection committee 2022, one technical member from Kerala is incorporated. But the thing that they are actually doing nothing now. They see the inspection is overdue. Tamil Nadu wants repair, Kerala wants inspection. They are fighting. What Lebasar said is correct. There's a politics is playing here. You
So
understand?
then it has to be raised in the parliament by our MPs. We have to go to the MPs, or it is one of the Suresh Gopi is affected by the dam because he is in Trishur. So the MP should make this in the parliament, or the MP should talk to the SWC chairman that this is the issue, the matter should be taken. That's the way we have to do.
Sir, one thing, sir,
So
after
that,
hearing,
because the thing is that
Okay,
now
please,
we cannot go to Supreme Court. Supreme Court will say that
see.
first all the process has to be completed. So we have to do it like that.
No, Supreme Court has washed their hands, sir. Now they have left it to the
they
National
cannot
Dam Safety Authority.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that all the court will enter when all the other executive process are over. So executive process is that first that National Dam Safety Authority should conduct the inspection. That inspection is not done in time, the MPs can also take up. All these Kerala MPs can put up the pressure on the...
It is not done, and they are not allowing. Tamil Nadu is objecting. That is the point. Anyway, any more comments?
Sir,
Any
I
more
am
comments?
Kumar. My background is electronics engineering. I don't have any exposure to civil engineering or mechanical engineering. After hearing, I got a technical knowledge from many of this one. But one point I want to highlight is that, see, any problem, anything as Prince has pointed out, we want the real data. Whether even now we have the real data of the dam requirement, this one is available or not. See, we are talking for the last 50, 30, 40 years. Surki has gone, Surki is not there, voids may be there, leakage is there. But any quantification or the real situation of the dam, the 100% is anybody knows. Without that one, we are talking about all these things. Whether it is Kerala or Tamil Nadu, that is irrespective, you leave people and other things. See, even with the one village washing away, it cannot be acceptable, whatever be the result.
Of course.
So the real data, whether we have made any sincere attempt. I think earlier also, if we want to try to image the bottom of that one, many objections might have come and it is blocked also. So the real data collection, I think it is getting blocked somewhere.
No.
All the other diseases are coming over that one. So with that one, I am.
One second. The real data collection is not in the hands of Kerala.
How can you collect data on this washing of Surki motor? It is impossible. Practically impossible. You will never get an. You can one specifically you can say.
Sir, 1 minute. 1 minute. 1937ലും 1957ലും ഗ്രൗട്ടിങ് നടന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഡേറ്റ തമിഴ്നാട് സർക്കാരിന്റെ കയ്യിലുണ്ട്, പക്ഷെ അത് കേരള സർക്കാരുമായിട്ട് അവർ ഷെയർ ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല.
That is true, very true.
That means without data, how we can talk?
നിങ്ങളോട് പറയാം.
One second. Let him talk.
Samson, 1 minute.
Let him talk. Okay, let him talk. Okay.
1 minute.
Yes, engineer.
ഞാൻ പ്രിൻസിന്, അതായത് ഈ ഡേറ്റ ദിവസവും കളക്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്, അവർ ഇൻസ്പെക്ഷൻ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. പക്ഷേ എല്ലാ ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ അവൈലബിൾ വിത്ത് TN തമിഴ്നാട് എഞ്ചിനീയേഴ്സ്.
Only.
എല്ലാവരുടെയിലുണ്ട്. കാരണം അറിയോ, നമുക്കറിയാമല്ലോ, നമ്മുടെ മാത്രമല്ല ഇതിന്റെ ഒരു സേഫ്റ്റി കൺസേൺ, അവരുടെ കൂടെയാണ്. ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ പവർ വലിച്ച് അവർക്കാണ്. അതൊന്നും ഡിസ്ക്ലോസ് ചെയ്യേണ്ട കാര്യമില്ല. കാരണം അവരത് കറക്റ്റ് മെഷേഴ്സ് എപ്പോഴും എടുക്കുന്നുണ്ടെന്നുള്ളതാണ് അവര് പറയുന്നത് സുപ്രീം കോടതിയിലേക്ക്. യു നീഡ് നോട്ട് ഹാവ് ടു വറി അബൌട്ട് ഇറ്റ്. ഇപ്പൊ നമ്മൾ ലേറ്റസ്റ്റ് ഇന്നത്തെ പത്രത്തിൽ വന്നത്, അതായത് നമ്മുടെ ഈ ടണലിന്റെ കാര്യവും ബാക്കിയുള്ളതൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞപ്പോഴേക്കും നമ്മൾ തമിഴ്നാട് ഗവൺമെന്റ് പറഞ്ഞു നമ്മൾ റിപ്പയർ ചെയ്തോളാം. നേരം പറഞ്ഞു, ഇന്നത്തെ പത്രത്തിലാണ് ലേറ്റസ്റ്റ് അതിന്റെ ന്യൂസ് വന്നത്. അത് ഇന്നേരം നമ്മൾ ചോദിച്ചു സേഫ്റ്റി മെഷേഴ്സ് എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടതെന്നുള്ളത്, അത് ഡിസ്ക്ലോസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറഞ്ഞു. അത് 2-ാം തീയതി വെർഡിക്റ്റ് വരുന്നുണ്ട്, സെപ്റ്റംബർ 2-ാം തീയതി. അതാണ് ലേറ്റസ്റ്റ് പൊസിഷൻ. ഈ ഡാമിനെ പറ്റിയുള്ള എല്ലാ ഡേറ്റയും അവരുടെ കയ്യിലുണ്ട്. ഞാൻ പ്രിൻസ് പറഞ്ഞ പോലെയാണ്, ഈ പ്രോബ്ലം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഡാമിന്റെ സേഫ്റ്റി ഡേറ്റാസ് ആണ്. അത് പബ്ലിക്കായിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടില്ല. അതാണ് എല്ലാവരുടെയും ഒരു കൺസേൺ. അത് എനിക്കറിയത്തില്ല എന്ത് ഒരു എന്തുവാ സീക്രസി ക്ലാസ് ആണോ വല്ലതും ഉണ്ടോ എന്നുള്ളത് അറിയത്തില്ല.
അതിനെ സപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്ന രീതിയിൽ സാർ ഒരു കാര്യം, ഡാം സിറ്റുവേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് കേരളത്തിലാണ്.
Maybe the
Actually,
data will prove that dam is
What-
unsafe. That's why they are not releasing it.
sir, but
Okay.
my opinion is that what Karthik sir told is correct. You know, this dam is not now. My opinion is
Yeah.
another 100 years, nothing is going to happen. Don't worry, don't panic. This dam is actually under gravity, and this one know the central government has the responsibility. The same time, the Tamil Nadu government also. So the safety purpose, even if our great expert from this Kerala engineers, what Karthik said, they can speak there. That is the problem. No government, this Tamil Nadu government also actually the Kerala government has
പറയട്ടെ
having.
ഒരു മിനിറ്റ്
Okay. Well,
ഒരു
okay.
മിനിറ്റ്
Okay.
ഇത്
Please.
ഇത് ഇവിടെ സേഫ്റ്റിയെ പറ്റി പറഞ്ഞതില് നമ്മുടെ അഹമ്മദ് സാറ് പറഞ്ഞു ഏതാ ഇതിന്റെ സ്ലൈഡിങ് ഉണ്ട്, ഓവർ ട്രേഡിംഗ് ഉണ്ട്, ക്രഷിംഗ് ഉണ്ട്. ദീസ് ഓൾ വിൽ കം വെൻ ദ സ്ട്രക്ചർ ഈസ് മോണോലിത്തിക്. നൗ ദ പ്രോബ്ലം ഈസ് ദിസ് ഈസ് നോട്ട് മോണോലിത്തിക് നൗ. Say it can be washed away or it can slump down. Say so many ways it can be and go out. So we are discussing, say that it is a monolithic structure. How can it be a monolithic structure when all the surki has gone? Even if you grout it, say the full width of the bottom width will come into effect to counterweight the force of water. So
Sir, how
these
do you
are
say, sir, how do you say all the surki has gone?
അങ്ങനെ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞില്ലല്ലോ.
life
ഞാൻ
of
അങ്ങനെ
life
പറഞ്ഞില്ല.
life of Turkey is.
കാര്യം പറഞ്ഞ
Can I answer to this?
400 ടൺ സിമന്റ് അല്ല പ്ലീസ്
Can I
പ്ലീസ്
answer to this?
അല്ല ഞാനൊന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു പ്ലീസ്.
Yeah, please.
400 ടൺ സിമന്റ് ഗ്രൗട്ടിന് ഉപയോഗിച്ചു നടപ്പുറന്ന് ആ സിമന്റ് എത്രമാത്രം ഉപയോഗിച്ചു എന്നുള്ളത് എനിക്കറിയാം പേഴ്സണലി. ഇപ്പൊ ഞാൻ ഇവിടെ ഡിസ്ക്ലോസ് ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല. ഇത് തന്നെയാ തമിഴ്നാട് ഇരിക്കുന്ന ഡേറ്റ്. വി കനോട്ട് റിലൈ ഓൺ ദാറ്റ്. ആ ഗ്രൗട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ
അത് കൂടാതെ ഗ്രൗട്ട് ചെയ്തു എന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ തന്നെ അതിന്റെ ഇൻസ്പെക്ഷൻ ഗാലറിയിൽ വരുന്ന സീപ്പേജിന്റെ ക്വാണ്ടിറ്റി ഡെയിലി മെഷർ ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ തന്നെ അറിയാം അതിന്റെ പൊറോസിറ്റി എത്രയുണ്ടെന്നുള്ള കാര്യം. ഈ ഡാമിന്റെ പൊറോസിറ്റി വി ക്യാൻ അസസ്. We do not want to know that how much surki has gone, but we can measure how much water is coming, is seepaging through the dam, and it is coming on the inspection gallery. So with that data, we can assume whether it is porous or solid.
That is only our assumption.
When will the overtraining will happen?
Sir, you mean the dam safety people have not done this?
So may have, I don't know. That is the thing. First, that whether this what is expert committee's report on this given to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court will not simply say that this much height the water can be. So there must be some data given by the technical committee. Is it disclosed to the public?
It might be having the other advocate also. Our advocate might have been received the report.
Say, then
they are filing in the court. They will be giving a copy to other advocates also. They should have.
Then based on that, the technical people of our side should ascertain that it is safe or not. Or otherwise, how the Supreme Court said it is safe.
How can they say when there is a political decision that the dam should be reconstructed? Then
it is not a technical issue, it is a political issue.
That is what I am saying, that the decision was taken by P.J. Joseph that a new dam should be there. But how can they come and say that this is otherwise?
One thing I shall tell. Last day, an article came in Manorama in that Kerala, one chief engineer has written that we should make a rule to make liable for the Madras government as for the losses. So what is in it? After washing off 3-4 districts, there will not be no one to receive the compensation. Say what happened in Wayanad? 58 houses washed away and nobody is there to receive the compensation. So these are all silly things. Say, Baba, we must have a rule to get compensation from the Madras government. What will be the use?
So, okay, thank you very much, and we will think about
Sir,
it.
ഒരു
Mr.
ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ, ഈ ഗാലറി കയറുന്ന വെള്ളം അങ്ങോട്ട് പോകും ആക്ച്വലി?
അത് പുറത്തോട്ട് ഇറങ്ങിപ്പോവും.
പുറത്തോട്ടുള്ള ഡൗൺ സ്ട്രീമിൽ പോവോ അതോ എവിടോട്ട് പോകും? ഡൗൺ സ്ട്രീമിൽ പോകാൻ സ്ഥലമില്ലല്ലോ, ബിക്കോസ് ആൾറെഡി ദേ ഹാവ് പുട്ട് സിമെന്റ്, സോറി 30 അടി സിമെന്റ്.
ഇല്ല, അതിലൊരു ഇൻസ്പെക്ഷൻ ഗാലറി അവർ ഉണ്ടാക്കിയിട്ടുണ്ട് രണ്ടാമത്.
അല്ലെ, വേണുഗോപാൽ മേ ബി നോയിങ് ഗാലറി കയറുന്ന വെള്ളം പമ്പ് ചെയ്ത് കളയോ എന്തോ അത്.
ആദ്യം ഗാലറി
അത്
ഇല്ലായിരുന്നല്ലോ.
അത് ഡ്രെയിൻ മാതിരി എൻഡിൽ കൊണ്ടുപോയിട്ട് ഡൗൺ സ്ട്രീമിലേക്ക്
അത് എത്ര ഫ്ലോ കാണും അത് എപ്പോഴും സാധാരണ?
അത് പിന്നെ മേസൺറി ഡാമില് നമ്മൾ ഈ ബാക്കിംഗ് ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്ത് അലോവബിൾ ലിമിറ്റിൽ നിന്നും കുറച്ച് കൂടുതലുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. പക്ഷെ ഈ ബാക്കിംഗ് വന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞപ്പോ പിന്നെ അതിന്റെയും കൂടെ കണക്കാക്കിയാണ് എടുക്കുന്നത്. അതിപ്പോ സേഫ് ലിമിറ്റിലാണ്.
സേഫ് ലിമിറ്റിലാണ്. ഓക്കെ.
If the gallery water is in safe limits, then there is no risk in it. If the seepage is small, then only all this problem will come.
Whatever be the thing, it is a pretty old Surkey motor gravity dam. There is no dispute on that. And it is under more than around 130 years old. That is our point. Whatever the argument there, it is a time-bound structure. No doubt at all.
I agree with you.
Any man-made composite structure will disintegrate.
Anyway, thank you, Mr. President.
Not only that, as the party
Shall we wind up this
suffer
meeting?
maximum.
We will demolish.
I think Kerala stand has to be given maximum importance because we are going to suffer. All others will sit there and talk. That's all. They can promise any compensation. Like he said, what's the use? We are going to suffer. So our argument or our side should be heard more than any other side.
And ഇതിനകത്ത് വേറൊരു രസകരമായ സംഭവം ഉണ്ട്. ഇത് സുരേന്ദ്രപിള്ള അറിയണം. അവിടെ പുതിയ ഡാം പണിയാൻ തമിഴ്നാട് വാസ് റെഡി. പക്ഷേ കേരളത്തിന്റെ വെസ്റ്റഡ് ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റ് ആണ് കുഴപ്പമുണ്ടാക്കിയത്. അവര് ഈ റിപ്പയർ ചെയ്ത അഡീഷണൽ വർക്ക് ചെയ്ത കോൺട്രാക്ടറോട് പറഞ്ഞു അവര് അതിന് സാങ്ഷൻ തന്നേക്കാം, യു ഡു ഇറ്റ്. ഇവര് മുന്നോട്ട് പോകാൻ നേരത്തെ അന്നത്തെ നമ്മുടെ ഭരണാധികാരികൾ, കാരണം അവർക്ക് ഈ കോൺട്രാക്ട് മറ്റു കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഇപ്പുറത്ത് കിട്ടണം. അതായിരുന്നു അതിന്റെ മെയിൻ ഇഷ്യൂ. തമിഴ്നാട് വാസ് റെഡി ടു കൺസ്ട്രക്ട് എ ന്യൂ ഡാം. ആ ചെയ്ത കോൺട്രാക്ട് എന്റെ കസിൻ അല്ലേ, അതല്ലേ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞത്.
ഈ കുറുക്കന്റെ കാരണം എപ്പോഴും കോഴിക്കൂട്ടിലാണ്.
തമിഴ്നാടിന് ഫ്രീഡം കൊടുത്ത് അവർക്ക് പൊളിച്ച് പണിഞ്ഞേനെ, അവിടെ തന്നെ പണിഞ്ഞേനെ, പുതിയ ഡാം പണിഞ്ഞേനെ, യാതൊരു സംശയം വേണ്ട. ഇത് ഇന്റർസ്റ്റേറ്റ് കിടക്കുന്നതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഈ പ്രശ്നം. അവർക്ക് വെള്ളം കിട്ടാതെ വരും, നമ്മൾ പണിയാതെ വരുമെന്നുള്ള പേടിയാ. നമ്മളൊരു പർട്ടിക്കുലർ 100 അടിയോ വെള്ളം വെച്ചിട്ട് നമ്മൾ നിർത്തിയിട്ട് പോയാൽ അവർക്ക് വെള്ളം കിട്ടത്തില്ല. നമ്മൾ സ്റ്റേറ്റിനെ ആര് വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നു ഈ സാഹചര്യത്തില്? നമുക്ക് 10-15
Central Water and Power Commission construct it.
Mr. Surendra, whatever is the conclusion of this today's meeting, I think from my point of view that the dam inspection, dam safety inspection, as per the Dam Safety Act 2021, must be carried out at the earliest. That is the request of the people of Kerala, and that is the request of the Kerala government, and they should put enough pressure to have this report, this inspection carried out with a representation from Kerala's chief engineer.
Engineer Anthony Prince.
And we can only discuss everything after that report comes out.
Okay. You are absolutely.
അതിനൊരു റിസൾട്ട് കിട്ടണമെങ്കിൽ യു ഹാവ് ടു ഹൈലൈറ്റ് ദിസ് ഡാം. അതിനൊരു ബാക്ക് ഹിസ്റ്ററി കൊടുക്കണം. എന്നാലേ നമ്മുടെ
ആവശ്യമൊന്നുമില്ല. ആസ് പെർ ദ പ്രൊസീജിയർ they have to give every periodical inspection they have to do, but since the act is over, then they have to start it. So once it is started, it will continue.
1 second.
Okay, Surendra, I think we can wind up.
Anthony, what Anthony Prince said is such a vital point. Now, when we draft a resolution, we will highlight that point.
Yeah.
and make it and
That's right.
submit.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
now let us wind up this meeting. Then we will deliberate further with the MC and fabricate a resolution. Thank you very much.
Exactly.
President, we can.
Congratulations, Mr. Surendra Mulla did a good moderation, and also this this Karthikeyan sir, P.O. Jalamba sir, and this Anthony Prince, Dayendra Prasad, all this
Thank you.
did Ahmed sir did a very valid decision, and we can pray for that the dam is not going to happen for another 100 years. All
Let
the
us
best
pray.
wishes.
No,
And
it
we
will
can
be.
make a resolution to this. We are all engineers, so this the expert committee, Karthikeyan and other thing, we can make a resolution. We are engineers,
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
government.
We will
Okay.
make it, and now over to the treasurer for vote of thanks. Let us wind it up.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good evening, I'm CTK Pillai here. Anyway, now you have heard from our experts, their views, and individuals can make their own assessment till the final solution is arrived at. I think there are two different views I could understand. One is safe, no, another is not safe. Anyway, our moderator will be able to conclude and make a final conclusion and take further actions. On behalf of MC, I would like to thank Sri T.K. Surendran Pillai for organizing and moderating the talk very nicely. Our sincere thanks to all the panel experts, Sri Ahmed Bhutti sir, Sri Anthony Prince, Sri Samson P.O. Mr. Karthikeyan, and Sri Venugopal for participating and giving their views. Finally, thanks to all the MC members for their support in arranging this talk. Hope we will have next month another topic on this, our continuation of this. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night to everyone. Let us wind it up. It was a nice session, and we will continue next month with something else. And I invite topics from our friends and members. Please do that. What should be the next topic? We have to go something like environmental. If it is okay, let us discuss about it. Thank you very much.
Good, thank you.
Yeah, but one more final thing is, we are actually starving for materials, input, or topic. So let us all put our heads together and create topics so that every month we can go forward with the current issues and affairs of affecting the people of the world. That is what I'm trying to say. And thank you very much and goodbye.